Welcome to the PUBG Throwdown 4th birthday bash. My name is Ben from the Beard Guys. Today I am joined by Gargod for the first time, going to be co-casting. It's a pleasure to have you here, dude.
What is up? Yeah, first time here. It's going to be interesting. I think we've got some great games lined up for today. So I'm happy to help you out today. Let's say that.
So I think we're going to be getting going in just a couple of minutes. I can see we've got 80 players in the lobby, which is pretty good because we had 98, I think, registered. But you'd normally expect a few no-shows, but 80 is pretty good. I think it's about as the most we've maybe had. And actually, if I just chuck you onto the in-game view for a minute, then you can actually see we can actually look at some of the players in the lobby today. We can see we've got Choco Taco in there. First time for Choco joining us. He's playing with Hollywood Bob. We've got Bly in there, Silas, 10,000 Days. A lot of these players have played quite a few of these throwdowns before. And I think Spreezy is joining us as well today. And I think Spreezy has won 3 of the previous events, Scar.
Yeah, he's dangerous. I think we've been at the mercy of him a few times. I believe it's the first partner Throwdown I played. He gunned me down, I think, once or twice, which was always fun. So Kermit the Frog there, obviously OG from a previous platform we do not name. So Lilithia as well. They're on team 4. So they're, Purdy Curdy as well. Previous pro, I believe,
Is
or is
Purdy in
current
there?
team 11.
Oh my god, I didn't know Purdy was with us. Nice.
So
Taryn's got a decent team. STK. Nice. So yeah, I did. So you're allowed. So it's a duos tournament for PUBG partners, and you're allowed up to 1 PUBG Pro in your team, current or I think recent or ex, but 1 PUBG Pro per team. So some of the ones we've maybe seen in previous tournaments we don't have today because they're off doing PGIS stuff. But apparently Purdy wasn't too bothered about having a day off, so we've actually got Purdy Curdy playing from STK, which is pretty great to see. But we've seen Tiggleton playing in these events. We've seen Senya playing in these events. So there's been nice representation in these throwdowns over the year, and now we're here to celebrate the fourth birthday of PUBG. How time flies when you're having fun. And this is how you make new friends in PUBG. You have a little dance in the lobby, you get your game chat on, and you have a nice little dance with a guy dressed as a muscly shark and a muscly chicken. And that's Din Don and Shark. So that kind of makes sense, I suppose, doesn't it? Well, here we go. So this is back in with our restart of game number 1. We've got a slightly more westerly shift plane this time, but I guess everyone's now hopefully a bit more used to what the kind of loot they're going to expect. And then hopefully any of the packet loss issues we were seeing before have been resolved. So let's see what everyone does. I think certainly the players who had already died are going to be pretty happy about the restart. We saw Choco Taco go down. I'm not sure if he might have crashed out, but we saw him go down in Picardo. So a second lease of life in game number 1 for Choco as he joins us for the first time in the PUBG Partner Throwdown today.
Yeah, he was actually ripped from the vehicle just in the north side of Picardo. He was taken out the passenger seat by a shotgun, which wasn't too fun for him, I imagine. But he's going to get a second lease of life here as we restart. And it looks like we're getting, even though it's a pretty western plane, it's pretty even. I think the parachutes going across each side.
Yeah, I think we might see a little bit more early action because there's a lot of stuff that's just not on. There's not a ton of good drops in this western side. I love the fact that not a single team seems to have gone to Pozo yet. I think some people might make their way up there. I just love the way in these tournaments people kind of avoid places they think will be busy, like we said before. And then we got 1 team in Picardo, we've got no teams in Pozo, and then half of the map are all flying off into these sort of nothing compounds up in the sort of north center there. But some early shots popping off now. I think there's Ilsner maybe trying to shoot someone out of the air. We'd love to see someone get a winnie shot of someone parachuting, and that is a risk. If you go for a long parachute drop, then you might pay the price for that.
Yeah, you might. There is a lot of shoots going long here, even near towards Oasis, and look at that circle. That is shifting away from pretty much every duo in the map so far. So we'll see how people adapt. Again, PUBG is a cruel mistress, and it's appearing that way for game number 1.
Yeah, but I think there's going to be a bit of a rush to get over to the east, and there's might be a bit of a lack of vehicles as well. We can see Avenger here switching to a bike, and I guess going to pick up his teammate, who we haven't actually seen yet. I don't know if Avenger's just running it solo. Oh, he's with Simsy. There we go. So with Simsy. There was Simsy getting himself looted up. So, yeah, there's going to be a bit of a rush over to the east. Lots of teams went in that northern area. Reggie Beardo's already set up pretty central. And I think we might see... I mean, if I was one of the more aggressive teams in this, which I wouldn't be if I was playing because I'm not very good. But if I was one of the aggressive teams, I would be sitting on the edge of that circle, on the western edge, on one of the roads, finding a nice spot where everyone's going to be driving through and trying to get some kills there.
Don't lie to me, Ben. I think you'd be very aggressive in one of these types of games. Shotguns and Winchesters, it's more your style, isn't it?
Anybody who's seen me playing Twitch Rivals knows that's not true.
Which, when we talk about Choco in Hollywood, Bob, we saw them in, pre-game 1, let's say. They was looking to be aggressive. I wonder if they're going to be as aggressive in actual game 1.
I think they'll still be feeling it. I think the thing is, when you've got, this is a streamer tournament, right? So these are people who are used to playing this game to entertain, to do crazy things, to get clips, to make content. So, they're not here to sit here and hide in a building and try and win some prizes. They're here to entertain their communities. And here we go. This is Chinjay just pulled up on Voodoo. He's trying to get out there. He's tagged him 3 times, but I think he's going to get away. Gives it the cheeky honk, but somehow survives it and is going to get away. Still 95 in the lobby. I don't think we've lost any players so far.
No, not yet. Voodoo has let that one just go through the hands. I got a rude awakening there, pulled up in the Broncos, chased away quite violently there by a shotgun. It's always a bit of a panic where no doors are open at a compound, and then all of a sudden the guns start firing at you. You do jump up and you see it a little bit.
Yep, and there's a kill in the feed for Choco, taking down Crimson Wolf, so he's getting some points on the board. There are points for kills and points for placement in today's matches, and we've got 5 of them to play. So that's going to... so those points are going to add up over... Oh, that's a nice hit on Korot from way back with the shotty there as well. Either had the choke on that, I think, or must have tagged them about 7 times to drop them from that range. But that's Babimba getting rid of Korot there. And another kill on the board. There's Purdy Curdy looking on about half health, having a scrap here with Crass. So Purdy getting involved despite whatever ping Purdy Curdy has all the way from Korea.
Well, he's going to try and get involved whenever he can, isn't he? He's not going to sit back and try and play position. I'm sure he's done that way too much in the last 5 weeks, playing in PGI, trying to take any fight that he can that's advantageous. Now he's going to look to get out there, have some fun, using that Winchester as he's actually running away from some shots that are just going either side of him. He's got the old stutter step going. He'll be absolutely just fine over that ridge.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too open for Kurt to get involved there. And I think he's maybe also a little bit aware of where the zone is and his distinct lack of any transport to it. So maybe going to prioritize just getting to the play zone. It's not esports settings, so the damage you take from the zones and the speed they move in isn't going to be too crazy. But you probably don't want to jog all the way from Pozzo over to the east side of the map. And this is, I think Gunther going for a drive-by on Ilster. It's not really working out on this bumpy terrain. And it's getting lit up now in a 2v1, but gets Ilsner down. There's a nice play from Guzner, and it's just going to be up against... this is Span here trying to fight with the Winnie, but is taken down. And now we've just got Wondery up in here. This is Guz's teammate trying to get the save here. But is not going to be able to do it in the end. I think Guz is going to bleed out, and Span still going down there.
Yep, trading 1-for-1 right now. Guzner just going to bleed out to Span. Span at about 40% HP, so about one more wind shot will take him out. Just see now, he's trying to rely on the smoke. He's in the low ground. It's going to be down to a 1v1, but it looks like Wondery might be saying thank you very much for the 28 points in the bag. I'm off. I'm going away into the circle. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to disengage and reposition a little bit. I think most teams have... Oh, a little bump on the bike there. So what's this guy? Look, well, there's the mollies we were talking about there, and that is Simsy, an Avenger, sadly taken down by Team Moulding Isn't Balding. It looks like they managed to get that cleanly without losing anyone. We saw before we restarted game 1, we saw the amount of mollies you're able to get. Someone, I think, had 11 Molotovs in their pocket, we saw earlier on. So there's a lot of Molotovs around at the moment, and as all these teams come down into a small area, if you end up in a little building and someone turns up with 11 mollies in their pocket, then I think you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, endgame could get interesting with those 11 Molotovs, couldn't it? As the circle starts to shrink, especially if it's going to finish in a town. Al-Zahar, possibly. Could be quite interesting as teams start to center up now, try and get their foothold inside the circle as they await for the next shift.
Yeah, certainly teams seem to be going pretty central right now. This junkyard mountain in the middle, north of Minas, is getting very busy with teams right now. There's no one really taking the edge. They're just happy to send it straight into the center of the zone. Here's Choco and Hollywood Bob making their way in. They got a little kill earlier on. I think just one on the board for these guys, and then heading down the road past the gas station here. We got Deanland. They're just going past here. Are they going to pull up and have a scrap? I don't think they're actually driving into that. It's just PUBG things. That's what can happen when you have 90 players from around the world in a lobby together. But no, one kill on the board for Choco at the moment, and Hollywood Bob. Choco living to fight another day. I'm not sure if Taryn and Kurt managed to find a vehicle to get in yet. They looked like they were still jogging. Yeah, they are still walking in. Last time we saw them, so good luck to them. Benjo, I can see, is already in down in Graveyard there. But it is Kurt and Wondery that seem to be about as far from the zone as anybody right now.
Yeah, Wondery and Span Cargo seem to be locked horns, I think, at the moment. They've each taken one of their opponents down, and they kind of just saying, no, either I'm surviving or I'm not. We're taking each other down, as we see Jorasort taken down, and Clover now is on the run, looking to survive to fight another day. Unfortunately, she's not going to be in too good of a spot. She's on her own here.
Yeah, not worked out brilliantly for Clover, but they don't seem to be too super close, so she might be able to reposition a little bit. She's got plenty of utility there to try and defend her position, but you know, like we said, it's quite hard to defend a building when your opponents have got quite so many Molotovs. Here we are with Bly, and there we've got, this is Thenderloss just moving up. And then Murado here doing a nice little 360 and going back the other way. I think they just fully noped out that one and decided to go elsewhere. And there's our zone. We've shifted off to the east. That's already most of the teams already in there, but it's going to get very difficult coming in on that northwest. There's a few teams up there, and they've got to drive a bit of a gauntlet again. I can see Taryn and Curdy have found a vehicle, you'd be pleased to know. And it looks like Wondery has as well, despite being still down at Monte. He does actually have a vehicle, so should be able to join us at his own time.
Yeah, it's just getting more and more congested come phase 2. No quick eliminations with these winnies, so you're actually going to have some breathing spaces. Looks like Ivers and Sylvia just getting a bit of a mix-up with their Broncos there, but they'll be absolutely fine. As Crass is on his own now, as he will try and just find somewhere to stay, somewhere that's safe, and it looks like that little compound will do just fine. Hollywood Bob, Choco, just going to be sitting edge of zone in that compound, maybe trying to catch some rotations as we see True Vibes down the third team out tonight.
A few players dropped now. We're down to 86, and like you say, we had Choco there sitting edge zone as we thought some of the players might be. This is Voodoo getting some shots on. I think Reggie Beardo was sitting in that. Look at everyone cruising through. That's a totally different team in that second car that just went through. That was so that's Voodoo's teammate. Reggie Beardo trying to get the hits there. Sensoria just got dropped by Slicker, I think that was. That's another player down. But I can't believe we've still got 85 players in this fairly late zone. There's so many shots going off, but everyone managing to stay alive. I guess the fear of third party is maybe keeping things from getting too spicy early on. But that's Suzanne getting a nice hit on Pains there, and is going to drop. I mean, when you get knocked and your opponent's got a big bag full of Molotovs like this, It's not going to work out too great. Moving in on Gideon here, trying to get the tags a little bit too far out to drop with the double barrel. And Neck here is put down to very low HP, and that is going to be it. Just Suzanne left from their team there, Team Bat.
Yeah, one down now, Nate going down. It's the range of these shotguns is absolutely insane. You get a choke on these shotguns and they do so much damage from range, even when you're rotating for a vehicle. They just seem to chunk you down. You can't really rotate, especially when there's all these teams congested. There's just nowhere to go. You're just going to get picked apart by everybody, just shotgun from every little crook and cranny. And then, like you say, when you're knocked, the Molotovs will fly and they'll just torch you down on the scorched earth, as I think they call it.
Great to see so many people in chat getting excited about the PUBG 4th birthday sunglasses. We already gave away some codes for the pink ones, I think we did. And we've also got some codes to give out during the stream today for blue PUBG sunglasses, for red ones, and for the gold ones as well. And look at this, we just got 2 quick knocks. That's now Valor and Romchek taken down there. Hawkeye and Simon. I see Gideon's been dropped. That's the end of their team up in the feed. And the mollies begin to rain between Hawkeye and Simon. I think we might see some double team wipes going on here. If there's so much fire being rained down, he's actually pulled out the revolver and going to move in there to try and get the kill. But we'll give out some more sunglasses. I think then during the next game will be the next batch of codes going out. So hang around, keep an eye on this stream. We'll be giving out some codes after this in the next game. Also, your favorite PUBG partners that are streaming this also have codes to give out themselves. So go and check them out on their streams and you might be able to get yourself some sunglasses as Simon backs off into the fire. And that is going to be a sad end for Simon there.
Yeah, through the fire and the flames, Simon backs up so slowly into the Molotov. It's obviously first person, you can't see around. None of that third person here is the flames slowly rising up. Like you said, the Molotovs, they're so dangerous when they hit. You can't ADS, you really can't do much, and they just destroy the health bar. You see them a lot in the PGI. They're just used great to just take out these buildings. They spread so much these days, and they're just horrific to play against, especially, like you say, when they've got 10 of them in the back.
What I love about watching teams use utility in PGIS is not just the aggression and the damage they do with mollies, but how they use mollies in like a defensive way. I'm not sure we're going to see too much of that in this today, but the way that the pro players use mollies to, kind of funnel players through certain routes, to block routes, to stop people pushing, to stop people getting revives is just so clever and really enjoyable to watch. But here we're with Ollie Pocket. Looks like Ollie lost to their teammate a little bit earlier on and is now going Larry Lonesome against, who is this? This is IRP here pushing in. So it's a 2v1 and it's not looking too good for Ollie. He's taken all sorts of hits and is taken down at the end with just a molly thrown on their dead body just for good measure.
Yeah, good measure indeed. Ollie actually put up quite a bit of a fight there with the revolver, just not enough. Needed that extra shot to try and get to a 1v1 state. Not enough. As we look like we jumped on board of another dogfight. These gliders fly around. They're kind of a bit of a nuisance to me, I feel.
Yeah, it looks like the dogfight has come to an end somewhat. There, that was that Susu, I think, maybe flying that one. We've got another one in the air, which I think was Mytrine that we saw there in a glider in the first game before we had to reset the lobby. I'm not sure if Roly Poly managed to find a glider. No, it looks like Roly's up in El Azahar in the northeast on foot, unless that's a glider they've got in their roads. So a couple of people in the air, plenty of people on the ground, and that is Tulu getting taken down by Shiv there. I can see Bankai cruising through the middle at the moment. Here we are with Shiv on 2 kills, so points on the board, teammate down, but you have got some points there, and with so many people left alive, it's kind of anyone's game really at the moment.
Yeah, Shiv with a big double kill there to keep his hopes alive in this game. Still 41 teams in this, but you've got to just chip away at the lobby to try and get anywhere close to this final 10 teams. It's ruthless, and I think this glider is actually taken down, and they're going to be crashing right into the junkyard.
Yeah, very appropriate place for the glider to be landed on my tree. I think that... Did he try and jump out a little bit early? It didn't quite Oh dear. Well, didn't work out too well for my Treem and Kviz there, but a nice effort and a nice skin on their glider as well while it lasted. But they are taken down in the end as they move into this. This is the play zone we're looking at right now. It's a pretty tough place to play. It's just hills, hills, and hills. There's not that you're going to be sitting in compounds in this kind of game, really. It's not, this isn't esports, but quite a tough bit of terrain to play on, I think, with some of the hills you've got to deal with, and especially those ridges there are just horrible.
Yeah, they're brutal, but Hawkeye here running the gauntlet just through every team. Every team is trying to pep away at them in this glider, as we just saw happen in the junkyard. I don't know why he jumped out a little bit too soon, but maybe some flying shotgun action, but he didn't have the legs to stick the landing, unfortunately. As Shock is trying to make those way into the south part of zone, as Fly is trying to gatekeep, and Bankai and Memo just having a lovely little glide, but it looks like this glide is not long for this world.
Oh, a Memo getting put down on 4 HP. Then the glider getting taken down, and Romchek gets the kill on Memo out of the glider. That is Bankai's teammate gone. Just as they were trying to line up shots on the 2 on the plateau, Bankai says, nope, I'm done. Thank you very much. I'm going to take that kill for myself, and bails out. But a great effort from the guys there. 10k Days picking up a molly kill there on double, and there's that zone centering down over Minas and the mountain to the east of it. So that is actually, there were 2 people up on a plateau around the area, so they're still going to be in there. They must have landed a glider up there to find that spot. They're going to be happy for now, not quite pushed out, but here we are with Silas and Hibako on 3 kills currently, pushing on Ivas and Sylvia here.
Yeah, and they're making it rain. It's fire. It's fire, fire, fire. They hold the high ground. Silas now just trying to do work with this Winchester. It's not quite landing. There we go. The first shot lands, and all this fire, like you said, shoving them into these channels where they just can't sit on that rock. Because now they enter a 2v1, and they will get it. They're up to 5 kills now. It's a great performance from them. Tobacco and Silas will get 1 each.
Nice points on the board for those guys. This is no teaming. Is that them getting... this is Spreezy and 10k Days fighting here. They've both got a teammate down. There goes Spreezy. That is 10k Days who comes out on top. Has lost his teammate. She Created is gone. But Spreezy and Not Chris taken down. They got themselves into the latter stages of the game. Not sure if they've picked up any kills or not, but coming up against 10k Days, certainly one of the favorites, I think, in the lobby today. We've seen 10k Days have some great performances in these throwdowns in the past, but here we are. This is John Lonnie. I'm not sure, is Rolly still going? John's on his own, so I think we might have lost Rolly at some stage. There's Slicker and Copped up there. So, yeah, getting quite busy. There's not a lot of players. Oh, there's Rolly. He's coming in to join us. Everyone looking for somewhere to go and struggling to find it.
Yeah, 30 teams alive. Most teams not having 2 players now. But, again, it's Rolly's just trying to find anywhere he can go for free, but no one's giving it to him as he tries to make his way through the middle of the map. He's taken to about 20 HP, but still living and still not finding anywhere to stay.
Yeah, and I think we lost Clover during that as well. That is the Circle Whisperers have been taken down. Hollywood Bob and Choco still hanging in there. Shiv still hanging in there. A couple of kills on the board for Shiv. Not sure he's seen Choco and Bob down to... Oh, now he's seen them. Doesn't seem to be taking any shots. I think he's too busy with some of the fights he's got going on. And there are fights going off just about every angle right now. But now we've got 3 teams. This is Crass about to run over Choco. Choco has been taken down by Crass. Oh, you hate to see it. Absolute disaster for Choco there.
Yeah, there's not really too much you can do about a Bronco going full speed at you when you've got a Winchester. It's run for your life. As we're on board with Hollywood Bob, he's trying to, and 1 pump will do the job. As he looks to go and get a double kill onto Crass, and he will. 2 solos, and he'll take them back out. And I believe that's up to 4 kills before he's taken down himself. He can't quite get into the building as Evolution takes him down from the top of the mountain.
Yeah, Evolution from way out there up on the plateau. It's a great hit. Nice couple of kills there for Bob to grab. Does get them a few extra points on the board after Choco's untimely demise. Going to be interesting to see this finish where we've got these two massive plateaus are both still in, both with teams on top of them. Oh dear, look at this. This is tough to see. Sado is having a sad end here.
One's got to land here.
That is absolute disaster. And more kills for Hibako and Silas there.
Yeah, they seem to be fragging out hard in this lobby, and it looks like they've got a lot of space to roam around on this north side as everyone's looking to battle on that south side. It's in the low ground. They've all got to come up towards the circle, and it's not going to be easy, especially when these teams are on top of the mountains.
Yeah, it's not the nicest approach. Here we are with Zulu Man. This is down in Minas and has got to move up. There's a few stragglers down this little way. We've got John Lonnie down here. Zulu, and they've all got to push up towards Hobbits and Mamino. We can see just on the edge, southern edge of the zone there. I can see we've still got, there's Taran. I guess we lost Curdy at some stage. 10K Days is still with us. We've got Lilithy still going strong. Beerbank still in the game up in the north. I think Beerbank's all on his own now, but it's still hanging in there. And here we are with Dindon and Sharkrow that we saw having a nice little dance in the pre-game lobby.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they actually know that he's here right now? He seems to be creeping around with a shotgun. They still haven't. Oh, have they? No. Still unaware. He's just going to creep in on this side of the zone, undetected, but not undetected to Evolution, who takes him straight out of the game.
Another nice tag from Evolution up there. They've been getting some kills from up top. Well, who's up in the other plateau? This is Romtech and Hawkeye. 6 kills for them. So, yeah, big points on the board here for these two. That's certainly going to play out well. We've still got 16 teams alive. This is a duos tournament. There goes Yoey Bear, taken down by Pob there. So, yeah, duos tournament. Still a lot of teams left. It's going to be even tougher to get placement points in a duos tournament than normal. And because the lobby had 90 plus players in it as well. Pretty tough to get yourself into the top 8 placements. So I think kills going to definitely be a big factor. I think we're going to see a big, mix of players finishing in those placement points. So if you can get yourself some good kills and get yourself, into that late-ish game, maybe those placement points aren't going to be so important.
Yeah, for sure. Look at the blue now. It's hurting everybody as these teams on top of these mountains are just raining down. The Winchesters just constantly hitting. And when they do, it's a lot of damage. Another one, 38 and knock onto Pob. Ronchek is taking more. They're already on 7 and they're just trying to do so much work here. Like you say, it's duos. So get into that end game is very, very difficult to do because this is where the 3rd, 4th, 5th parties all come alive. As Silica on the very edge of zone, it's hard shifted to the north. He's not happy about it as the Molotovs start to fly. But Ronchek with a big headshot from up top as they swift. And they switch their attention now to Mumino.
It's been such a good play by these guys to get up on top of the plateaus. And they've been so lucky with the zones as well. There's Taran is getting lit up. They're trying to rain down mollies on Taran now. It's not going to be too easy, but yeah, very much blessed with the circle luck to keep these plateaus in for a while. I assume they landed there both with gliders. I don't think you can just climb up onto those. Oh, here we are. Mamino has just been set on fire. This is in Minas, so they've all got to. Not only are there people on both plateaus that have been just annihilating everybody. There goes John Lonnie. It's a good effort from Lonnie and Rowley, and no teaming there, but they do go out in 7th place there in the end. Not only are the people on the plateaus, everybody's getting funneled up in between them, and they're still not yet pushed off of them. That was Romchek getting a kill on Taran there, putting themselves on to 9 kills now for IEQ.
Was that a scope there from Ronchek into the smoke onto Taran? That's an incredible shot if that's what I've just seen. He's just hit double shots onto Silas. I don't know if he actually knows about it. The smoke will keep him under wraps for now, but the circle will slowly move them. They're all going to lose that shack. But the high ground for Romchek is still in, and the Molotovs, like you say, pulling him into positions. He is on fire. He will go down to that. It's going to be down to Hibako. But the shots are just raining down. They've got nowhere to go, but it's actually stolen away by Mamino there in between these two plateaus.
I think we might see a plateau versus plateau battle going on in a minute. They've pretty much killed everybody else on the map right now. Now it's Mamino's turn. And Hobbits to get picked away. Although Viking, I think they're going to be looking for the third party on this whilst Romchek is trying to find the kills. But could end up with just the 2 plateau teams fighting each other. There's only 4 teams left right now. One team is off to the north, and the other is Mimino and Hobbits in the middle. Other than that, it's everybody with the high ground, and it's only a huge pool of kills for Romchek here, for Romchek and Hawkey. And I guess the other guys, we've certainly seen a few tags coming in from them too. It's Lilithy that we've got remaining up in the north there, with not a very appealing looking route to safety for them.
They look like they're in the Valley of Death here. Definitely looking at the zone. The zone's not really been too kind, but we'll see how this one fares out, because everybody else on that side of the map needs to come off these mountains now, and they are. And there's not that much ammo here for Hawkey. He's only got 10 shots left, so it's got to make them count.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be long in this world down in the Valley of Death, as you say. This is the zone has actually finally pushed Evolution and Vikings slightly down. They're on 5 kills. They are putting some shots on Romchek, and they've gone down. Hawkey has been taken down by Hobbits, so they actually managed to, Hobbits managed to survive. I think we lost Mimino in there, but Hobbits has managed to, oh sorry, Mimino's done quite nicely staying up in that smoke, and that is Entropic taken down by Viking, and now it's all escalating. It sounds like everyone's using Winnies, to be honest, but a lot of smoke's being deployed right now. Not sure many people have saved too many mollies at this station, but Lilithy still alive, surprisingly, and Yuki there as well, so still doing quite well. Hobbits here, 7 kills. Those guys, they get Lilithy down, and Luke's on fire and is taken down, and we're into it. That is it. Mimino and Hobbits, they survived going through the middle of those 2 plateaus, and they've come out on top with 9 kills. Great performance. Lilithy actually grabbing 2nd place in there. Evolution and Viking down in 3rd. Romchek and Hawkey in 4th. Siders and Hibako got 12 kills there, down in 12th place. Then Taran and Kurdy in 6th. John, Lonnie and Rolly in 7th. And Dindon and Sharko down in 8th place. So pretty spicy game number 1 for us there.
Yeah, big game from Romchek and Hawkey there. They was holding that high ground for so long. It's just unfortunate that every team sort of went, we know, you know what, we've had enough of you guys now. It's your time to go, as they had to leave their high ground. But Lilithy has actually just escaped around that northern side, not really had to get involved, let everybody else sort of do the damage. Unfortunately, couldn't hold on for that chicken dinner as Team Kazakhstan with 9 kills in the end. It was a great performance from them. They didn't have the high ground. They sort of made their way in between, used the Bronco as cover, and they've actually come out as the victors in this one.
Yeah, some really big kill games coming out in that. It's going to be interesting to see the leaderboard. I don't think it's going to be in the order we're looking at on screen right now. It's those kills that are going to come in and really shake things up. So let's jump back here. So that is game number 1. We had to restart it, but the second time round, I think, went absolutely fine in the end. The players hopefully had a good time. We certainly had a good time watching, and that's why we're all here, to celebrate PUBG's 4th birthday. Game number 2 is going to be getting going in just a minute, and this is going to be our Panzermania game mode, Gar.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I don't know how much skill you can have with a Panzer. I don't know how many players practice with a Panzer, but this is going to be interesting. Panzers and Deagles. I don't know what we're going to be doing here. I'm hoping to see some long-range Panzer shots, double kills, anything crazy, I feel like, here.
Yeah, I want to see some Panzer mortar shots coming in from people. Just fire it up in the air. I mean, when there's 96 players in the lobby, if you fire a Panzer in the air, there's got to be a good chance it's going to hit someone, right? This game mode was suggested by Viking Princess, by the way. The game modes today have all been suggested by different PUBG partners. And then to finish up, the final game of today is going to be a PGIS themed game mode. So 5 games total to play. We're tracking points over all of that. There's some great prizes to give away to the top 3 teams at the end of the day. That was game 1. Game 2 is just getting set up. I think it's just going to be a few minutes to go. So we'll just take a break for just a couple of minutes, and then we'll come back when we're nearly ready to go with game number 2. Welcome back, everybody. We are nearly ready to go for game number 2. The players are in the lobby. My name is Ben from the Beard Guys. I'm joined today by Gargod, my good buddy, from the PUBG console world. And game 2 is going to be over on Sanhok. We're going to be seeing some Panzers. We're going to be seeing some Deagles as our PUBG partners take to the battlefield for the next game of the tournament.
Yeah, I was messing around with a Panzer just before, we came onto this cast, and I actually forgot the Panzer does damage if you stand too close to a wall. So I don't know if we'll see any of that action, or I believe it's actually possible to kill a player with the backblast from the Panzer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, you got to watch out for that backblast. It'll get you. You try firing one of those inside a building, and you're going to have a bad time, as I've seen happen before. I think also, I'm not sure if it's, I think we're in esports mode, so we won't have loot trucks, I would guess. I'm not quite certain. So I guess if we're esports mode, we won't see the glider plays maybe. But just to recap on the rules for you. Sorry, that's game number 3. This is Panzermania. So this was from Viking Princess. We've got Panzerfaust and Deagles only. Then the next game is going to take us onto Vikendi for Car Battle Royale, which I'm really looking forward to. That was suggested by Pro Dubai. Then game 4 is going to be Hardcore mode, suggested by Bly. This is going to be a HUDless mode on Erangel. And then game 5 is going to be PGIS Esports mode. PGIS Esports settings on Erangel, but with 96 players in duos. That is going to be quite an interesting one.
Yeah, that's going to be chaotic. I'm actually interested to see. I believe it was Princess that has recommended this game mode, so it'd be interesting to see how she gets on with Kermit the Frog, and then obviously Bly with the hardcore mode. Interested to see how he gets on in their respective game modes that they've suggested.
Yeah, this is their home game, right? They should be experienced in it. They should be the master of it. So we should see them, do well. We'll keep an eye on the leaderboard. Once we've got that updated, I will give you a rundown of the current point standing. But we're just getting the lobby set up. I can see most of the players are now in the lobby ready to go. So I think we'll be starting that very shortly. In fact, they're just starting it now. So we'll be live with that game in just a minute. We do have some codes we're giving away today, so keep an eye out during the games. We're going to put some codes up on screen, and you can get yourself various coloured PUBG 4th birthday sunglasses. We've already done a giveaway for some pink ones. We have a few other colours to give away. These are limited use codes, so I think there's 30 uses per code. You redeem them in PUBG, so you open PUBG, go to the store, items, and add bonus gift code. They're for PUBG PC. There's some separate stuff for console, which hopefully will get sorted out at some stage. But these ones, particularly at the moment, are for PC. So keep an eye out for that, and you can get yourself some cool sunglasses.
Yeah, I've been repping the pink set in game. I don't know what it is about the pink sunglasses. Made me feel a bit like Kanye West back in the day. Very cool, very cool. I believe the gold ones are the rarest.
I have heard that the gold are the most sought after sunglasses. So we'll keep an eye out for those as the game goes. And I think PUBG said they might have a couple of extra batches of those they can supply for us. So keep an eye out. There's also codes being given away on the various PUBG partners streams who are playing in the tournament today. So have a look through the Twitch directory, find some of the PUBG partners that are playing, some of the people involved in this, because they've all got codes to give away themselves. So pretty much everyone in this, someone in the team will be streaming, someone is a PUBG partner. There's all sorts of names in there, and everybody's got giveaways going on. So it's not just on the main channel. There's plenty of other channels you can go and check it out and do. And it's definitely worth checking them out anyway, because there's lots of great people out there streaming some PUBG that you should go and check out.
Yeah, of course. It's incredible to see how many partners are here for one event. To actually have a full lobby has been incredible. Like you said, I think this is the most we've had for a partner throwdown, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is. I've casted quite a few of these now. I played in, I think, the first 1 or 2, but casted 4 or 5 of them now, and I'm pretty sure 90 plus people is about 97. I think that's about the most we've seen do. So big shout out to all the partners for getting involved today, and for everyone turning up as well, because you know what it's like organizing any tournament. On the day, someone will say, oh, I didn't realize it was today, I got the time zone wrong, I slept in, or my car broke down. So it's great to see 97 people in the lobby, because it makes the games much better to watch when it's just absolute chaos, especially when the only things available on the map are Panzerfaust and Deagles. So can't wait to see what our players have got in store for us today. Some big kill games from some of the teams last time round. We'll make sure we run you through the leaderboard. We'll do it after this game and show you the leaderboard from the previous games. So yeah, gonna be an interesting one. Still very early on in the tournament. Plenty of time for teams to establish if they had a bad game one. Doesn't matter, write it off, get stuck in game number 2. There's plenty of time to recover still.
Yeah, with so many teams in this, if you have one bad game, the team that won the first game could have a bad game. So it really is all to play for. Anything can happen in duos. So I never believe you're out of the running in duos. Never, ever, ever believe that. And like you say, with 90 plus people in the lobby, it's chaotic. And that's what we love spectating. It's not what we love playing because, well, it's a bit too much. It's a bit too dangerous. We're already off. The explosions are running at boot camp. Silas has already found Schofield.
It sounds like a war zone down at boot camp, doesn't it? Just pans popping off everywhere. This is Dog and Hibako. It's really low at the moment. Silas and Hibako, they had a great game last time round. They're finding so many panzers. I need to get these settings to use in my own custom games because there are panzers absolutely everywhere. This one, I think, is going to be very, very interesting to watch. Dog is now running solo after losing the teammate early on. It looks like a little bit of a respite in that early war we had going on. This is Copter moving in on Frumpy here, going inside with the Panzer. It's going to be an interesting one. And is he going to hit on Frumpy? Does. It's a great tag by Copter. And Choco has just panzered himself. Choco did not watch out for the back blast and has dropped very early. It's just Hollywood Bob that's going to be left to try and deal with that situation. There goes Choco, finished off by the Cobra in the end. This is Reggie Beardo and Voodoo we're joining down in one of the towns here.
Choco mistakes were made and unfortunately they've been finished off. Hollywood Bob looks like the Cobra's very happy with that one. Like we said about in the pregame, backblast, and it's happened, I think, here to Choco. That's unfortunate, but a good start for Cobra. 2 kills for them as Purdy Curdy and Taran are in the vicinity and looking to get involved.
Yeah, Kurt's moved himself over here. I'm not sure how much he practices with the Panzer, but we're about to find out. It's a nice hit. He's got his deagle out ready. Just looking at Choco's body laying inside that building, dead after Panzer suicide. You can kind of imagine what happened there. Here he goes. That's a nice hit. Oh, but Purdy taken down by Cobra. They killed each other. The double knock. It's all on Taran now to try and save this. There's a nice preemptive smoke there from Kurt, but if Cobra can get a Panzer in this doorway, oh, that molly, then that is going to do it. It is. They are gone. Kurt and Taran take it down. It was Bly. Bly came in.
Bly with a Molotov there as Cobra's trying to get this res onto double. It looks like Fly and Co, they're looking for that player that was down. They couldn't quite find him. They should know that they was outside now as they pick up more Panzers. But what's that coming over the hill? It's Brayton Chin for the 4th party. We said it would happen, and it is.
Yeah, pushing these players, you know, Miramar, pretty big map, but Sanok, much smaller, same amount of players pushed down into this tiny space, and there are just people popping up out of everywhere. And you know, once you've got yourself a couple of Panzers and a Deagle, what else are you going to do apart from try and find someone to fire at? There goes Chin J, who you break here is left alone, and this is Bly picking up the kills there. So Bly's 3rd party worked out quite well. Teammate is down at the moment, possibly revivable. There's no mollies here for Brait. So definitely achievable. You've got to be careful against Bly though, and I see MyTream picking up a kill there. Let's see what Brait can do as he tries to close this down and see if anyone else is going to show up during the middle of this fight.
Well, nobody's there on the map. It's Bly versus Brait here. The Deagles, but Brait will win it. He loses his teammate in the process, but it's a double kill for Brait as this side of the map, just north of Quarry, has been explosive to say the least.
Yeah, been all kicking off very early. Much different to last game. It was a little bit, you know, slow, bit more measured in the early games. People getting themselves set up. Bigger map to move around. Sanok, all that's gone out the window. It's complete anarchy from the get-go. We're 5 minutes in. We've already lost 16 players, something like that. And this looks like Slicker here is getting pushed pretty heavily by Beerbank and Bimba here. Not looking too good. I think they've all run out of Panzers, but they haven't ran out of Deagles or Molotovs. So I think Slickers. Oh, we get a nice tag on Beerbank, and they're actually miles out of the zone here, but do need to be careful. Is Slicker be able to get this? He's going to move around and try and get that finish on Beerbank to get the kills, but Babimba doesn't want to let it happen. Let's see if Babimba can close this one out.
Yeah, Bimba moving up. Be careful not to Molotov his teammate as Slicker is weak, but Bimba will find it, and it looks like he's going to get the res. This is phase 1, but I believe this is esports mode. That circle will start to chunk. It's not going to be nice. And like you said, Sanhok is not a map for surviving. It's definitely more of a team deathmatch to myself, considering the size difference between Sanhok and Erangel and Miramar.
It's gonna be quite a journey for them to make their way down into the zone. Certainly doable, but not going to be too easy. They need to find a vehicle pretty sharpish, I think, if they're going to survive that route in. Here we are with Shiv and Sensoria having a little scrap with Bankai and Memo here up on the mountainside. The vastly different mountainside. It all still feels quite new to me when I see these areas of terrain. The old Sanhok was so ingrained in my memory that the new mountainside is still very much fresh. I see Guz there has been... Oh god, this is another massive fight going on. Wondery's got one down. But he has lost his teammates down, so Wondery is on their own. And Ollie Pocket get a knock. Ollie Pocket knocks their teammate. That was a... does manage to take down Wondery as well. So Ollie taking out their teammate, but also taking down an enemy. I guess that's 1 for 1. I guess that's a trade. I mean, you still get some points for it. And this is... Avenger and Simsy moving in to try and get involved in the scrap now.
Yeah, Avenger looking to better game them first as they move in. There is a third party looming. Only Ollie Pocket on his own now after he killed his own teammate. Well, firsted him at least. Said if anybody's taking you down, it will be me. We've all been there before. And it looks like Ollie Pocket now just trying to hold off the 2-man of Avenger. Sims. See if we can actually hold on as the Molotovs will rain out. There's been a lot of Molotovs in there. I am a fan, I'm not going to lie.
I'm amazed he's managed to survive so long. Just spoke too soon. That's a lovely shot with the Panzer from Avenger there. Takes down Ollie Pocket. A nice kill on the board there for Avenger and Simsy. They get themselves inside. They got Cookie sneaking up from the back there to try and poach some points, but has now backed off. Here's Clover. I think this is the Circle Whisperers. Another caster involved today. Clover and Jorasar here. They're getting into this action over on the, where are we, southeast edge of the circle. So laying in wait, setting the Panzer trap as Rhea moves up here. Still 69 players left alive in the lobby, 36 teams. There goes Kermit the Frog, taken down there, and Crimson Wolf dropping as well as we move into sort of mid-game here, getting pretty busy.
Yeah, it looks like Joris was waiting for the perfect time to strike and has. The Panzer to the face will have one shot. Clover looks to make it happen with the Deagle. Nothing landing right now. We'll definitely be calling on the hand of Joro. Please save me. Let's play this together. But we'll go for the flush straight away. They are in a 2v1. Cookie looking to be a snake in the grass now against Clover.
Yeah, Joro moving up to support Clover here. They have lost sight of Cookie. I think Cookie might be... Yeah, Cookie's getting out there. Cookie's going to bail and try and live to fight another day. And if they can go and loot the one that they managed to kill, then I think there was a couple of Panzers on the back there to get themselves resupplied. There doesn't seem to be much shortage of Panzers around the map, but I think as we get into the later stages of the game, it's probably going to be more of a Deagle scrap, I guess. This is Roly Poly and John Lonnie, and they've actually got another team right behind them. I'm not sure who's sneaking up on who, or if everyone's unaware of everyone. I guess Roly and John don't really know about the other guys here, but there's also MyTream and Gaviz. So they're a little bit further out, but you know, a few sneaky snakes going on with Panzerfaust here, and I think a sneaky snake with a Panzerfaust is going to give you the fright of the life if they suddenly pop out of a bush.
Yeah, that's my word. That when you go to take a fight, you think you know what's around you, and then four heads pop out of the grass. It's definitely a scary experience. As Berry Vibes is destroyed Morsey there on the tree across the road. Beautiful shots with the Deagle, and it's all down to Shershen. Panzer on a dream. Maybe can stop this push as the Molotovs rain in.
Yeah, this is not looking great for Morsey and Shersh. Shersh is on fire now as well. Tries to get on the roof, which is going to work out for now, but they're pushing around. So this 2v1 here. Nice hits. They get the jump on Berry. And probably, no, the click of death. And that is the end for Shersh and Morsey are gone. So a couple of nice kills on the board for the guys there. As we can see, the zone is about to pop and give us the next one. I think Beerbank and Bimber have made their way down. They've just about survived. Here's Spreezy and Chris, or not Chris, I should say. They've managed to get themselves into this sort of mid-stage of the game, and they've got any kills on the board just yet. They have got some Panzers. They got their Deagles ready, and I'm sure they'll be looking to try and add some points to the board. You do get points for kills. You get points for placement, and as we talked about in duos, probably trying to play for those kills, I think it's going to be the better approach.
Yeah, definitely. I don't feel like just playing the survival game is going to work. There's too much RNG in duos. There's like we say, the third, fourth, fifth party that's been happening. We saw it at the very start of the game. Is definitely not Chris, and Spreezy will be jogging away to circle, look to fight another day. They've got a few Panzers. I think Spreezy's still keeping two on his back because, like you say, one shot and it's gone. So you really want to get some value out of it, get some damage, at least get the fight going your way before the Deagles start coming out.
Yeah, and it looks like we've got quite a few teams coming in on the southeast here, and something else we've got coming in is a code for some blue glasses. This is for PUBG PC. You redeem it in store. Open your PUBG game, go to store, items, add bonus gift code. It's a limited use code. The first 30 people to use it will manage to get themselves some PUBG birthday blue glasses. So use it while you can. Use it nice and quick. We'll have some more codes coming over the course of the day, and that was Clover getting taken down by Sotoko, and then Copter getting the finish on Jorasar there. So nice kills by Copter there.
Yeah, Clover and Jorasar just can't win that 2v2 fight. It looks like Matreem has come in with a big Panzer. Copter's only down to 23 HP. And the second one to boot, the fire will rain down. It was his own Molotov. He was trying to fight for his life, but these Panzers are so deadly. If you come across a team that's got maybe 2, 3, 4 of them, it's a tough time. As what is going on here? He's the trap has been set. The mannequins are ready to pick up these Panzers. The bait has been laid.
This is classic Benjoy. I can't believe this. So they're pretending to be mannequins. Are they going to realize? It looks so suspicious. It's so suspicious. Oh my god. But they're just standing there. They don't have there's not really a trap to launch. Are they, cops? Oh my god. This is an absolute textbook Benjoy play. I don't think they've noticed the other one just yet. There it goes. Oh, you've got to applaud Benjoy for trying. That is just brilliant, brilliant idea. Never ceases to amaze me what Benjoy has ready for us.
Tox's brain just ticking, thinking there's a few too many Panzers here before he finally clocked the naked man in the corner. A great effort and nearly pulled off.
Yeah, we've seen some fantastic attempts at gas can traps, at hiding in upside down cars, at hiding in weird rooftops from Benjoy over the course of these PUBG throwdowns, but I think the fake mannequin episode has to take it for me. That was absolutely fantastic to see. If you missed out on any of the glasses codes in this stream, don't forget that there's lots of PUBG partners playing in the tournament today, and they all have their own codes to give away as well. Different codes to the one on this stream. So, oh, Zulu, man. That is not what you want to see. I think the Panzer got exploded in his face by another Panzer. The Zulu man's gone, and there goes Reggie Beardo.
What happened there? Did that hit the Molotov midair?
Yeah, I don't know. The rocket exploded in front of his face, but he didn't knock himself, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. But yeah, there's lots of other codes you can get if you check out the other PUBG partners who are streaming. So keep an eye on their streams. They're going to be doing giveaways as well, and you can all try and get yourselves some pretty sweet PUBG glasses.
For sure, but the Panzers are raining in now as Voodoo did clean up Jack, only to be third-partied by 10,000 days he created. A Snot Chris with a direct hit onto 10,000 days. The quick flush in, he's on his own now, but does have another Panzer to boot. 20 damage dealt. Just can't quite get it done as the Molotov rains down, and she created with some great shots there onto Chris. They will be eliminated.
Yeah, taken out there. That is unlucky to see. And I'm just trying to keep an eye out at the moment on who's got some nice kills on the board at the moment. Who's got, who's out there with the high kill count. We're here with Romchek and Hawkey. They had a really big game last time round. They were one of the plateau teams that we saw. And they've got themselves 2 kills at the moment. Here we are. Look at this. On cue, we've got 4 there for IRP, so no one's gone too crazy from what we could see so far, but there's still 30 players left in the lobby, and this is where you sometimes see those kill counts start to escalate pretty rapidly. So who's still left here? We've got Roly Poly and John Lonnie. We got Scarlet Heathers, who me and Gar have both played with before in that charity tournament with Chicken for Charity. Yeah. So Scarlet's still going strong. Great to see. This is Nake getting some kills there. So 4 kills on the board there. And still 11 mollies left to use if Nake sees fit.
Yeah, 10 HP and a dream. And we'll actually come up with the double kill. Some great work there. But running into the eyes of Romchek and Hawk, who had a great game 1. And they are already looking strong in game 2 here.
Yeah, they're having a good one. That's Hawkey getting taken down by Sado there from IRP. Is finished as well. Scarlet getting a knock on Max is also. Scarlet's having a nice game, and she created here on 4 kills, 5 for their team. So pretty strong. Just throwing some optimistic mollies in there. I mean, when you've got an absolute sack full of Molotovs, why not just throw them randomly into buildings? Here we are with this is Berry moving in on. We've got Alex already down. He's going to get burnt out in the end, and Deanland looks like he's going to take the molly straight to the face from Berry. There are indeed 5 kills now for Lifu and Berry, but is coming under pressure and does have to watch out for their own mollies there.
Yeah, it's sort of a gauntlet you had to run through, snaking through as they're under a lot of pressure here. Vibes are they're blinking, they're holding on for dear lives as Wanadays and Fender just looking to roll them over, and they will. It's an easy 2-piece for them. Vibes can't hold on, but they went out with quite a few kills there.
Yeah, nice bit of play from those guys. We've still got Mamino I still see going on, and they were top of the leaderboard going out of the last game. We'll show you the full leaderboard after this game with game 1, and then once it's updated with game 2 as well. But I've just got it off to one side, and it is Team Kazakhstan, which is Hobbits and Mamino, are sitting at the top of that. So another good game for those guys could set them up in pretty good stead here. That is Romchek. I think that's the end of IEQ there. Entropic, they were sitting in 3rd, so they are now gone. So a good opportunity here for Mamino and Hobbits if they can manage to get a few more kills here. We're down to 16 alive, 10 teams left, so good opportunity for them.
Yeah, for sure. And also a good opportunity for Avenger. And Simsy, they are actually pretty much eliminated first in game 1, but they're still here in game 2, both alive, and they are coming up against Mamino and Hobbies on the edge of zone.
Yeah, and they seem to be throwing all sorts of Molotovs into that hut, but I'm not sure. They probably realised by now there's no one in it, or isn't anyone anymore. And Dog's here is just hiding in a bush. Surely Hobbits just ran straight past Dog there in that bush. Didn't seem to realise that Dog was there. It's some sort of E36 plays coming in from Dog, but Hobbit seems to have gone unaware so far. I see an empty Panzer land next to them as well, so I feel like Dog's fired a Panzer from that bush, but it's staying very, very still right now. Now we're joining Cookies up on the edge of the zone, having a scrap 2v1. Looks like we've got Simon here. And Simon's teammate trying to push Cookie down into the zone. And as you said, Avenger and Simsy still going down there with some nice angles over here if they can land a, 150-meter deagle shot.
Yeah, they could have cruisers here. No kills in this game, but they all made it into the top 10, which is great news for them. See if you can hold off. But all shots coming in now. Avenger trying to poke away from very far away. These deagle shots aren't easy to land, but the damage is big when they do. This Dog's still in this bush. Nobody really knows he's there.
Yeah, he's certainly working the Sanok bush Wookiee vibes pretty successfully so far. It does look like Dog's actually had to move now, I think. Has managed to pick up a kill. There goes Wande's dropped down. Found Banner has been dropped by Cookie. And this is Dog trying to take down She Created. Just one kill on the board for Dog's team here. Trying to make that 2, but She Created has been landing some pretty nice shots this game. So it's not going to be an easy fight as the zone pushes them in. There we go. Finally caught in the open. And it is She Created is going to add another kill there. 8 kills just for She Created. 9 kills for the team. That's a fantastic display. We're down to the last 7 teams now. Just 12 alive. And this is Maxazor moving into the edge of the zone here. Everyone just clustered around the edge. Mamino just in that compound in the middle there. And this is about it where I think it's going to end for a lot of these teams. And look at this. Just a wall of fire that they're getting pushed into. And We Go Big Tasty have been eliminated.
Yeah, Kebab Cruisers couldn't hold on in the end. Avenger now on the edge. 4 kills for them. But we was talking about those kills mounting up, coming into the end game. And She Created has done such a good job here as Hobbits, unfortunately, made a little bit of a mistake. But it won't cost them too much. Not with the Panzer. They're very dangerous, these Panzers.
Yeah, a little bit of a mishap there from Hobbits, but I think they're going to recover from that. There's no one too near them. Oh, that was She Created and Simsy taken down there. I think Simsy dropped to the zone, but I think Avenger is still going at the moment. So into that top 4, we've got Simonster and Falbala. We've got Simsy, I think, Avenger knocking around somewhere, and we've still got, he's in that smoke. Down there. So, yeah, good luck. That smoke's about to run out. I hope he's got another. Otherwise, I think that's going to be the end of Avenger. And then Hobbits and Mamino have got a great position here, sitting top of the leaderboard, having a good game so far. Going to be very healthy for them afterwards. That's a great molly from Avenger. Does push it back. Oh, gets caught by Simon and burnt for good measure. And it is going to be a little 2v2v2 to finish this game up.
Yeah, Mamino, Team Kazakhstan here, who won game 1. They are in the last 3 again, so big points on the board for them as Team Look are going to try and play spoiler here and enter through the south side of this compound.
Yeah, things sort of just slowed down for a couple of moments here. We've lost one of them, and Sado here is going to push down this hill through the wall of smoke, but it's just going to end up in the road and surely get caught. Does also seem like there's no attachments, I've just noticed, for the... I don't know if they just chosen... Oh, no, there aren't. Here's got a hollow. I think just fancy the iron sights on the Deagle. Why not for Hobbits? Maybe too busy running around picking up panzers and killing people. They got 4 kills on the board, so not crazy haul of kills this time, but they've got themselves into the top 3, which you can't complain about. And just waiting to see what the other team does in this situation, because they're very much focused on Sado at the moment. This feels like the time maybe to sneak up and get involved from behind.
Yeah, they seem to be playing it a little bit late, but now it is going to be a 2v2. I think that is hindsight Deagle just for the style points, as Hobbit will take him down. It's all on just the one member now of Team Look, as it could be a back-to-back chicken dinner. He's got the top. Simon has got the top of the building, but Mamino knows what is up. Falbala now will slowly bleed out. It's a 1v2, and it's going to be a lot to ask for in this sort of situation. Only on half HP. The final shots will rain through, and it's Team Kazakhstan. They're going back-to-back. 7 kills here on Sanok.
Yeah, great result for Hobbits and Mamino there. Picking up, I think, 7 kills they got in the end there. So a bunch more points on the board. They were already top of the leaderboard going into this game, but they're going to be firmly up there still now after that. Second place for Simonster and Falbala there. Sado and Onu in third. Simsy and Avenger in fourth. She Created and 10k Days in fifth. 10 kills for She Created there, by the way, in that game. Tops and Maxazor in 6th, Cookie and Raya in 7th, and Dogs and Schofield down in 8th there.
Huge game from She Created there. 10 kills. The Deagle skills were definitely on form. We got to see quite a few of them. 1v2 most of the time after 10,000 Days was eliminated about midway through the game. Really stepped up to the plate with the Deagle. Didn't need those pesky panzers, and it feels like a lifetime since Choco and Hollywood Bob was eliminated at the start in that absolute mess of the building of death just north of Quarry at the start of the game. So many panzer shots, so many direct hits. It was a great game, and if that's the way that this tournament's going to be, I'm very much looking forward to the last 3 games that we have here tonight.
Yeah, real painful wait for Choco and Bob there. They went out pretty early in that game, so a little bit of time sitting on the bench watching that one unfold. We got game number 3 is just getting set up at the moment. This is going to be our Demolition Derby style mode on Vikendi, and we'll be getting going with that in just a few minutes. We do have some more codes coming in as well for the PUBG glasses to give away in chat. And as I mentioned, don't forget all of the PUBG partners playing today. Every duo has at least one PUBG partner, and they all have their own codes to give away as well. So do check out their streams on Twitch and try and get yourself some loot. We are just going to take a short break for a couple of minutes, then we'll come back, we'll have a look at the leaderboards, we'll get prepped for game number 3, and we'll get ourselves going. Welcome back, everybody. We are just getting ourselves ready for game number 3. If you're just joining us today, my name is Ben. I run the Beard Guys over on Twitch, and I'm joined today by Gargod, my fellow PUBG streamer. We're 2 games in today, 3 left to go, and it's been pretty spicy so far.
Yeah, game 2 was very explosive. I know the pun is terrible, but it really was. The Panzers were great to watch as buildings were not your friend, as you were suffocated in these closed spaces for these explosions to just go off. And to boot with that, Molotovs have been rampant in these custom games, seeing many players carry 5 or even more in excess of.
Yeah, the Molotov's very powerful in that game mode, and we've seen before, I think over these tournaments, there'd be a lot of molly kills coming in. I think we saw a crossbow game before. Crossbows and mollies was a pretty dangerous one we've had, I think, last Throwdown. But coming up next, we might see a bit of a change of things. This is game number 3. It's the Car Battle Royale. This was suggested by Pro Dubai. And it's going to be Mad Max mode on Vikendi. Cars, grenades, and crossbows only. So I think the mollies are out of the window. Now it's a chance to see people's skills with crossbows and with frags. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be, quite different to the last couple of games.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not so proficient with a crossbow. I don't understand it. Whatever this crossbow is, it eludes me. I can't get on with it. I don't know how you get on with it, especially in a drive-by scenario.
Yeah, I'm not the greatest crossbow in the world. I'll just put it like that. And before game 3 starts, because we are going in just a minute, we do have the leaderboard so far in the tournament. So let me just bring up the leaderboard. There is a leaderboard command in chat you can look at, but we'll now show it to you here. There we go. Well, that actually did work, which is lovely to see. So at the top here we can see Team Kazakhstan. This is Hobbits and Mamino. They're on 1,248 points, 16 kills in the bag. Second place at the moment is Inception. This is She Created in 10k days. We saw She Created get 10 kills in that previous round. I think 10k days went out early, but great result there from She Created. And then third place is Entropic. I think they went out quite early actually, but they had that belter of a game from the plateau in game 1.
Yeah, they went out around 12th position that game, so really isn't bad when you consider there's about 48 teams in this. They didn't pick up so many kills. I feel like it's just overshadowed by Team Kazakhstan, back-to-back dinners with kills. It's difficult to keep up with that, but some of these team names are absolutely brilliant. Wee Big Tasty, Kebab Cruisers. I don't know what it is about them. Food. It's food. That's
yeah, I like Benjoy's Gas Can Gang. That we got to give another shout out to the mannequin play from Benjoy, and who's Benjoy's teammate Wowzer, pulling off a fantastic attempt at the mannequin plays on Sanok there. Yeah, some great team names and some great team logos. I see we had the Bake Off squirrel in there being modelled by the boys. But yeah, so we're going into game number 3. The lobby is up. I'll jump over to that. We can see our first Vikendi game of the day, the Demolition Derby style game. This was it grenades, crossbows, and cars, basically. So gonna be pretty wild. I think game 4 is gonna be a HUDless mode on Erangel, and then game 5 is gonna be PGIS settings on Erangel. But it's all duos, and we've got 96 players, so pretty wild. Back with our dancing crew. Here we go again.
Yeah, they seem to be loving these emotes, don't they? A little less snow on Vikendi these days. Global warming, heating the map up a little bit. Nothing to do with that volcano and Dino Land, I'm sure. As these emotes, they love them, don't they?
Yeah, it's quite the selection of dancing emotes available in PUBG these days, and we'll get a wonderful display of it now from the game. We've got Benjoy down there, Sharkrow we saw having a nice dance last game, Wandays and Thender there, Copter having a good game. We saw Copter get a couple of kills last time, and I think Avenger and Simsy did well with some kills too. So the casters had a pretty good game last time round. A lot of casters in the lobby today, which is lovely to see. There's Choco and Bob. They have returned. They weren't too disheartened from their somewhat early exit in game number 2. I didn't manage to catch Choco's demise in that last game, but he will be streaming himself, so I'm sure someone will have clipped Choco Taco panzering himself, which I look forward to checking out on an upcoming Twitch highlights video. But here we go with the circle. We're going... we get the circle from the start, so these are sort of custom settings that PUBG partners have provided. So they get the circle to get them started. They just need to find a crossbow and some frags and a car, and then they're good to go.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting looting phase. This one, I think it's going to be loot quick, 2 minutes, get on the road, start moving about. End game is going to be quite interesting in this one. I feel like we're going to have a lot of teams come to the later phases. So let's watch how they split out. It's a very even playing path, very nice. A whole circle is in play, something that we love to see. As yeah, let's see where these go.
There's our quality. Can I just shout out the quality logos provided by our PUBG partners today? I can see there's the guy from Prison Break.
That's Michael Schofield.
Schofield, there we go. It's been a few years. We've got there's some cracking bits of quality paint artwork there. We've got PUBG Finland. We've got the aforementioned Bake Off Squirrel. The Circle Whisperers. I saw a fantastic promo image earlier from the Circle Whisperers, which was very nicely done. So it's nice to see the PUBG partners getting enthused about things and getting behind this. This is Shiv. Oh, I thought Shiv was about to get run over, but there was actually a building there, so probably okay. This is Chris and Spreezy down here and Shiv contesting the same zone. So got to be careful. We haven't seen too much from Spreezy and Chris yet, but Spreezy's got a great track record in these events, so don't write him off. There's plenty of time to get some points still.
Yeah, 100%. It looks like there's quite a few gas cans as loot, so that's going to be interesting. I wonder if we get to see any gas can plays. I don't know. Can you actually set alight the gas can fuel with a crossbow? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess you probably can't. There are frags as well, so you could frag some gas cans, but yeah, I'm not sure a crossbow would do it. But you can do it with the stuns, so you know I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, there goes Scarlet, taken down by Suzanne. First knock on the board I think we've seen is Suzanne to go and quickly punched out by Nex. This is down at the Hot Springs down in the southeast. So early kill on the board. Not sure where Scarlet's teammate is. Little way off, already driving well away. So I think pretty much given up on that one.
Bye. Unfortunately, yeah, Scarlet first blooded in Vikendi. It's unfortunate. His front people will now be in a 1v2 for the rest of this game as we see Team Molding trying to rotate around. Avenger with the old beepity beep. He'll be nice and safe. I think rotating in this game mode should be fairly safe unless an absolute world star of a crossbow bolt hits you in the face.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we see that, but yeah, it is going to take a hell of a shot to manage as Avenger and Simsy make their little rotation, sneaking around the edge of the zone. They're sort of coming up on where we just saw Spreezy and Chris having that fight. But yeah, I think like you say, this is probably going to be a game that comes together a little bit in the later stages. I can see Choco and Bob there look like they've got castle to themselves, so they can get nicely looted up. And I guess it's really about, well, balancing how many frags you want to carry versus how many bolts you want to carry, and deciding what's gonna work out best. I think if you're good at timing your frags, especially the drive-by frags, that's going to be really powerful for sure.
Yeah, just leaving a grenade on the road for your opponents to sort of drive into. If you can time that perfectly, they are devastating. It's happened to me once or twice. Not proud to admit, but it has happened, and it's outplayed and go again mentality, unfortunately. Cube one more time as we see quite a few teams just hunkering around pod. As that's our rank 1 team, Amino and Hobbits. They are on the road though.
Yeah, quite busy in that central area with Mamino and co. And also, whilst we're just getting through these early stages of the game, why not throw another code out in chat that you can redeem? These are redeemed in the PUBG in-game in PUBG. You go to the store items and add bonus gift code. This is going to be a code for some red PUBG glasses, and it's up on screen now. We'll give you a little bit of time to put that in, but only the first 30 people will manage to get that redeemed. But don't forget, if you do miss out, all the PUBG partners streaming this tournament today have their own separate codes to give away. So go check out their Twitch streams, go and hang out in their chat, watch those players, and they will be giving away codes as well. So you can try and get your hands on some PUBG 4th birthday glasses.
They are extremely bright. So, you know, if you are trying to sweat out some games and not get headshotted by your opponents, maybe they're not the best, but I still wear them because I like to play in style. As Zulu Man is trying to get away in style, he's 1 HP and a dream. Silas has had enough and will bow him down from outside the window.
Yeah, they're chasing him down, trying to get the punches to finish. They do manage to make it work in the end. Here we are with Bob and Choco from miles out, trying to get the hits on Entropic down there. It'd be a hell of a shot. It's got plenty of bolts, though. Choco's got about 50 in the pocket, so definitely up for having a go at some of these range shots. But there's not really anyone else too nearby for them to have a crack at the moment. See, Copter's down at the moment. This is over on the east edge of the zone, but Shiv has been taken out of return, so that might be, yeah, that's going to be revivable for Sota and Copter there. Nice play, nice recovery. Not sure. Oh, I think the teammate must have been down already. So yeah, Sota getting the smoke down and moving in to get Copter back on his feet.
Yeah, Sens is well away here, so maybe a bit of miscommunication there. But this one will be res, as Sens is going to be on his own now, and he's going towards the big tasty boys, Max and Tox, who they had a great game actually last game. Nearly fooled them, Ben, with the old mannequin trick, but eventually the brain started ticking and they found out, and the game was up.
Yeah, it really made my day to see that. It really did. But yeah, they got themselves well into the late game. I really love the logo on the Kebab Boys as well. It's a brilliant one to see. This is She Created. We saw get 10 kills in the last game, so solid game from She Created, just holding that position, trying to see if anyone creeps up. 10k Days also located nearby. This is Spreezy. They are pushing up on Span here. Chris and Spreezy, are they going to stay in the car by the look of it? Yeah, okay. They don't seem to be hopping out. They're going to go for the drive-by frags, the drive-by crossbows. And he's actually, there we go, gonna hop out and spread the angle. Probably the sensible thing to do, and so close to the run over there. Misses the follow-up from Chris. Got to be careful. Now, this is Ilsner. These fights are getting pretty wacky.
I'm sat mouth open how that one has actually gone awry, and he hasn't been punished sat in that driver's seat. Breezy will get the nade onto Span Cargo as Chris is not letting this one go away. Chris will continue to chase it down. Breezy will pick up the kill on Span Cargo, and it's a 1-for-0 trade. Chris and Spreezy are on the board.
Yeah, Ilsner just decided to bail out of that one once her teammate was down. So, yeah, nice kill on the board there for Spreezy and Chris. It wasn't neat, but they got the job done in the end, and they get themselves some points. There are plenty of points for kills. Oh, that's a great hit from way out from 10k Days there. Look, that's absolutely fantastic. Doesn't quite get the kill, but is followed up by She Created. This is a nice little crossbow team we've got going on here. She Created and 10k Days, they've had a good performance so far. 10k Days has done brilliantly in these tournaments previously as well. And She Created had a fantastic last round. So, yeah, good to see some aggression, and they pick up the 2 kills. Nice play by the guys there.
Very clean. I don't know if that was a neck shot there from 10,000 Days, dealing 95 damage with the first bolt, followed up by She Created with the headshot as well. Really well played from there. No chance for the Kebab Boys. Unfortunately, the Kebab Cruisers have cruised back to the lobby as Dog has taken down Shersha.
Yeah, they didn't manage to survive that one, and there's certainly two pretty decent players to come up against. And speaking of decent players, we saw Purdy Curdy there is joining us all the way from South Korea. You'll remember Curdy has been playing with STK in PGIS, so great to have him joining the gang today. But this is Slicker and Viking Princess, or Slicker nearly walking onto a frag there. And I think he didn't even notice that one in the end. But look at this, this is a 2v1. I don't know where Viking Princess's teammate is.
Oh,
dear.
no.
Getting absolutely bullied by these two guys here.
A return knock there by Viking Princess. A great valiant effort. We'll take down Slicker, and guess who's waiting in the wings? It's Purdy, Curdy, and Taran. The nades are out. They know they're in the smoke. Here they go. The first crossbow bolt landed. The nade's too far by an inch. Ah! Taran with the double.
Look at that. I mean, Purdy Curdy, the king of the frags, but Taran actually gets the second one and it gets the finish there. So great play from Taran to get the double kill with the frag. And Taran and Purdy Curdy got themselves on the board. They haven't had any huge games so far, but there's still 3 games left, including this one. So maybe this is the start of their comeback. As we said earlier, imagine Kurt has pretty significant ping playing from all the way from South Korea, but they are able to get some kills on the board as we move into the sort of second, just after 10 minutes of this game. Still tons of players left alive. A little bit slower for people to drop, kind of as we predicted, really.
As we predicted, as we see Clover down, bleeding, probably going to be the end of her on this one, as Jorosar has said, bye-bye, it's over for you. He's off in the vehicle, love to fight another day. Like you say, you can survive quite long in this mode by just driving around. This is going to be a very interesting final circles. Everyone's going to be sort of just cruising around in these little zimmers.
Yeah, the vehicle games, I mean, when there's vehicles and then guns that are quite hard to kill people out of vehicles, you do tend to get a lot of players left in the late game. But with the zone getting smaller and smaller, moving down over Pod and Cement Factory here, and a lot of that ice road in the middle is still in, so that's not going to be a nice place to drive through. This is Hollywood Bob, Choco and Bob coming up against Purdy and Taran here, trying to find some shots. Not able to connect. Not the nicest terrain to drive on through the middle there, but they seem to be styling out. It's okay if you're driving in a straight line. Other than that, you might start to struggle. And are they going to take up a spot in the middle here? Maybe. Yeah, looks like they're going to try and hold this for now.
Yep, they're going to play center. It's going to be a bit Tokyo Drift if this finishes anymore on the ice. As people are brilliant shot there from Taran onto Silas, dealing damage very early doors. As Bankai seems to be sat in the middle of the road.
Yeah, everyone's trying to find themselves a position where they think they can try and get kills from here. But you've got to be careful, though. I think those drive-by frags, if someone can pull off a beautiful drive-by frag, that is going to spell disaster. If you've taken up a spot in a little hut like this, there goes Emily taken out by Memo. Nice little crossbow hit from up close, actually. Right, point blank crossbow shot to the face from Memo there. Kill on the board for Team Bankai. Bankai, we've seen, had some really good results in these tournaments previously, so definitely wouldn't be surprised to see Bankai up there. Here's Rolly just casually rolling through the middle of the play zone, honking away and drifting across the ice. I think Rolly's, I guess, lost his teammate. And it's now just having... Oh, no, there's John. He was just a little bit slow to join up as he has the time of his life out on the ice there.
Some see this as casual driving through the middle of the map. I see it as perfect scouting. He's got back to his teammate and has come back and said, everything's taken. Sit here. It's going to be absolute chaos out there as we see Crass bleeding out on the side of the hill. I don't know who quite knocked him. It was Dog ages ago, actually. He actually had that knock.
This is Mamino. We see they're top two. Silas there picking up a kill. That's Curdy and Taran been taken down, so they have been dropped by the Squirrel Boys in the end. But Team Kazakhstan, they're still going strong. No kills yet, but they were top of the leaderboard at the beginning, so I don't think they'll be fretting. They get themselves into this late game. I mean, most people have got themselves into this later stage of the game because there's still 72 players, so at some stage it's going to get very, very crazy. And I think what it might come down to is, how long do you hold on to your frags, right? We do demolition derbies sometimes on stream, and the later in the game you're willing to hold onto your frag grenades, the more funny it is when everyone is in a tiny area.
Yeah, for sure. And it's the same with the esports mode as well. As if you can hold on to that utility to the very end, it's so beneficial when everyone else has run out. It gives you such an advantage. As She Created cannot quite land it as Penjoy with a headshot onto She Created. As 10,000 Days and She Created are out relatively early after they were fragging on Sanhok.
Yeah, they were sitting in second place going into this game, and that was a nice third party from Benjoy from up the hill, actually. While the others were scrapping, Benjoy landed the shot and picks up the kill, takes them out of there, so that's going to help out everyone else in the leaderboard trying to catch up, and it's going to work out nicely for Team Kazakhstan, who had a pretty healthy lead after back-to-back wins. Oh, Ollie, there he goes. Kill on the board for Bankai there. Yeah, nice to see the leaderboard get shaken up a little bit, and hopefully we'll see maybe one of these teams come through the big kill game. We still got Spreezy there, I saw just down on the ice. I think he might have lost his teammate at some stage. And look at the mess of this map of everyone driving around. It's quite the sight to behold.
Yeah, this is what we're saying. The late game, the vehicles start rolling. There's not much you can really stop people with a crossbow. The nades are going to be the big threat as the gas can gang are rolling through here. I don't know where they're going to sit as well as unfortunately hit some crates here. The big nade comes out from Fender. Is he going to get away with this? He might just, and this is probably the only game mode in PUBG he would get away with that. And look at all these vehicles all in zone already, just driving around. Hopefully got gas cans in the bag to keep these cars moving.
Yeah, I think he was having a few minor car issues there in the end, but does manage to get away, as you say. I would have loved to have seen the circle close down more on the ice. Can you imagine having all these? Oh, that was a nice hit from Choco, I think, there on those guys that they drove past. Doesn't get the headshot, though. Yeah, the circle closing down on the ice would have been pretty good with all the vehicles just sliding around. But we are moving more onto land. It's a pretty open bit for the teams to drive around, so play this space. There goes MyTream taken down by Wandays there, and Deanland has been dropped by Hawkey. So the kills starting to come a little bit more thick and fast as the frags rain down on Kaviz, but it's actually a third party there. No, it's actually his teammate. It was Wandays nearly taking out his own teammate, and is able to get away with it. Kaviz on 1 HP here, but does manage to get the knock on Fender from 1 HP. Can he get the follow-up? Is he going to try and get out in the smoke? He is, but he's got Wandays right here. Can he do it on 1 HP for the clutch? Misses that one. I guess it doesn't really matter if you're on 1 HP or 50 HP. When you've got a crossbow, it's kind of pretty much the same unless they walk up and punch you.
Yeah, I was hoping for the fist to start flying there, but Fender will crawl away to safety. But here's Joro, and goodbye. There's crushed in the rock, and I'd say a hard place, but that is Joro and a Zimmer.
Yeah, that is a tough way to go. It's a nice effort there to try and get some kills on the board, but Joro says, no thank you, I'm going to come over there and run you over. It is a Demolition Derby mode after all, and if you're running around on foot, then you're probably going to have a bad time. But we've still got quite a few of our big name streamers in there, should I say. We've got Choco still going. I see here's Lilithy still hanging, Yoey Bear still going. Avenger still going, one of the casters you may know, casters and hosts from PGIS joining us today. Great to see. Here's Korot, Beerbank, so many big names from the PUBG partner world playing today. It's great to have them all here and see them all playing in this absolutely mad game mode that we're enjoying.
This is absolute chaos. This is madness. I don't know how you can predict a winner from this. I think if you could predict the winner out of this, go buy a lottery ticket. As Lilithy actually stripped from the vehicle. A drive-by crossbow. We said it could happen, and it has. As everyone seems to be locking onto a target and just trying to hunt them down. This is wild, and it's going to center up the zone. Centering up nice and open. It's either get a rock or stay in your vehicle here.
Yeah, we've got 51 players. There goes Sensoria. 51 players. They've got to go into a pretty small play zone here. Here's Choco and Bob. I don't know if they've actually got themselves a vehicle. I think they're maybe just going to try and move this one in on foot. I mean, you can try and steal someone else's vehicle, but it's pretty hard to try and take cover behind a tree from someone running you over when there's 7 different people trying to do it. But they are pushing out Frumpy. That's a great hit from Frumpy on Taco, actually. Does take him out, and then Choco drops a grenade on himself. He was just getting ready to throw the frag. He is gone. That's a nice play from Frumpy, getting a double kill there.
Frumpy with 2 bolts and 2 kills. Hollywood Bob and Choco were looking to play it so slyly, just creeping up, working their way into zone, phase after phase. But Frumpy says, I've had enough. I lost my team at the start of the game. 2 bolts, 2 kills. That's perfect play from Frumpy. And he'll hold on as the seat switch game has started to happen as the bolts are trying to reload. The blues coming in, and Dindo has to go. He just got stuck on his teammate. Oh no!
So close, and Sado, yeah, somehow gets away with that. That zone just took them out in the end. And a whole bunch of people falling now. I can see Avenger just got run over there. He is now gone. And Dog's picking up a couple of kills. This is the Prison Break team taking down Uzi, the real Uzi gone. And Cobra has dropped to the zone as well, one of the Czech players. Taking down Beerbank, still going strong in the middle. Alex D20 still hanging in there. We've got Rolly and John Lonnie over at the back of the zone there. And Frumpy, who we saw pick up that nice double. Here we are with this is Lifu trying to find the drive-by crossbow, but just 1 bolt left to do it with. And this is going to be an issue, I think, for a few people, maybe running out of ammo.
Yeah, we might see Fist come to the end of this game as Frumpy is eventually eliminated. Simsy's still fighting on, even though he lost Avenger. He's going to fight on and fight another day for the Molders.
You know what? I think this game mode needs C4. That is what I would like to see in this game mode right now. This is the perfect time when I would love to start hearing that beep and seeing a car roll in with a C4 attached. That's a great hit on Buju there. Who was that? It was Pains there. Getting a nice knock there. They've got 3 kills on the board so far, so some good points. Moving inside, these fights inside buildings with 2 crossbows are going to be pretty wild, especially when there's frags and smoke going off everywhere. But Pains managed to hang in there, doesn't hit that one. Alex D20's been dropped by Great there. Moving around, oh my god, so many just whiffed shots here. And unfortunately, 10 is taken down the end. I was going to say 10 smokes in the pocket, but no frags. So it does look like Reggie's going to be able to get Voodoo back up. Just.
Yeah, no lethals from there, so Voodoo should probably get revived unless Bly senses this is happening. He will get the res off. But in the midst of all that, Team Kazakhstan, who were in first position, are eliminated from this one. But look, there's 18 teams alive, but only 25 players. There's so many solos rolling around for position here.
Yeah, it's carnage. It's an absolute mess. It's chaos, and I actually love watching it. It's a really nice one midway through the tournament to mix up the leaderboard. This is game 3. We've got 2 more after this, which are probably going to be the most normal ones we're doing, right? We've got HUDless mode, then we've got PGIS mode. So those are going to be the game modes where, you know, the real fraggers can come out and get some points on the board. So this is the opportunity for maybe the more entertainment-focused players, shall we say, to maybe come out on top and get ahead of things. And Bly picking up another kill there. 5 kills for Bly, 6 for their team as we have another point-blank fight, but it's taken down. That's Reggie Beardo getting another kill on the board there.
Yeah, this time he can't save his teammate, but he's going to survive on. If you don't have a vehicle in a moment, I don't think you're long for this world. This is madness. I don't think there's enough zone here for the amount of vehicles. Who's got the grenades? That's going to be the interesting one as people are getting driven around in their vehicle by their teammate with the grenades out. It's going to be very hectic. That's a C4. I'm pretty sure I'm hearing it.
I think it might just be the radio. I hear a lot. Oh, it was a C4.
It was a C4.
My god, I said I wanted to see one, and well, it turns out there was. You got good ears. The old Gar's magic ears coming into play there. There was a nice double frag kill as well there. And yeah, the C4 came out of nowhere. I thought we might have seen one go earlier if they were there, but somebody found one. And they set that off brilliantly at the start. And now, who knows if we might see another one right at the end.
I hope so, because as soon as that C4, I heard the beeps, I sort of thought about the Joker meme, and here we go. The big explosions are coming out when you hear those beeps. It's time to get out of there. And I'm surprised it didn't do as much even more damage to the opponents as it did. It only picked up a few, but maybe if you saved it for one more zone, you could have picked up the entire field.
And there goes Entropic taken down. They were sitting in third going into this. They have now dropped as we have 9 teams alive, 12 alive. This looks very familiar from when I've hosted Demolition Derbies on previous custom lobbies. I've seen this view many a time, and our viewers will look familiar to them too. Certainly been a great game mode. Some of these game modes have been suggested by PUBG partners who are playing today, so great to see that. This is the third one going. Who have we got still going in here then? We've got, I see Reggie Beardo, we've got Roly Poly, there's another C4, double kill, was that Chuck, Lifu, and then 2 kills for Neck as well there? Oh my god, this is chaotic. Great hit there from Dog.
Now, where there isn't normally too much cover, there's going to be a lot of broken vehicles and vehicles that just ran out of gas. So it's going to be very interesting in these late stages, trying to figure out what's really going on, what can move, what's still available to use. As Dog will, Team Schofield, should we say, are on the edge, just surviving. As Schofield did use the C4 just a moment ago. They're one of only 2 duos that are actually alive. They are the only duo alive right now. Unfortunately, we lost Roly Poly, but John still trying to hold on. The grenade is out. He's in the passenger seat. The nade's good, but it's not good enough. It wasn't cooked. As we're down to the final 4.
Yeah, Schofield have had a good game here. I think they were on 9 kills when we checked in with them just a second ago. Roly dropped to the play zone just a few moments ago as well. I'm not sure if he got knocked out of it by one of these vehicles, but he went play zone. And it is this 2v1v1. 5 kills for Schofield, 4 for Dogs. There goes Ivers, is knocked out into the play zone by one of these cars. And now Dog and Schofield are ganging up on it's John Lonnie. This is Roly's teammate as they try and take him down. They're going for the one in the vehicle, one with the crossbow, but it is the crossbow that does it. It's a great hit, and I'm glad we get a nice big full-size picture of our prison friend there, Michael Schofield, was it? Taking the dub, 10 kills on the board there. Very nice play from Dog and Schofield. Second place for Lonnie and Roly Poly. Great to see Ivers and Sylvia in third, Neck and Suzanne in fourth, then Reggie Beardo and Voodoo with a decent 6-kill game. Chuck and Ollie in 6th place. Berry and Lifu in 7th. And Sado and Onu in 8th place there.
Yeah, great game. Roly Poly and John, I believe these guys are the vehicle masters. We saw them, I think it was pre-game 1, using the glider. And now in another vehicle game mode, they really show their strengths. 2nd place for them. They just couldn't hold on. Schofield with the big C4 in the late game. We was hoping to see them. We didn't know if they was in the game settings. They were very few, but maybe that was a good thing because they was quite explosive at the end.
Yeah, I was absolutely made up when I saw those C4s come into play later in the game there. Great game mode to see. I'm a big fan of Demolition Derbies. We've done them a lot on our stream before as well with our community. So yeah, nice to now bring it to a wider audience and see it with a whole bunch of PUBG partners today celebrating PUBG's 4th birthday. So we got game 4 coming up in just a moment. We'll just have a little look at the summary of the rules for that one. It's probably more of a simple one this time round. Gar, if you want to just talk us through it briefly.
Yeah, hardcore mode. You're going to get the map. You're not going to know where the circle's going. I believe it doesn't even tell you when you get a kill. I don't think it actually notifies you on your screen. So fighting long distance in smoke's going to be very cautious. It's nervy. It's adrenaline pumping. It's exactly what you want in PUBG. And it can bring that feeling straight back to you, even for the most hardened of PUBG veterans out there.
Yeah, it's a cool game mode. I mean, if you're a PUBG player at home, you might be familiar with it from the labs mode they did recently, where I think it was on Sanhok, wasn't it? And that was a hardcore mode, essentially. As you say, you get very limited information. You barely even know if you've killed someone. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's still normal loot settings, I think. I don't know if it's esports or just normal. I'm guessing it's just normal, but I might be mistaken. So going to see probably more of the top fraggers kind of rising to the top maybe in this game. And then game 5 is going to be our PGIS settings game, which is going to be Carnage, because that's on Erangel 2. It's got esports loot, it's got esports circles, but it's got 96 players in it in duos. So yeah, a couple of action-packed games coming up, I think.
Yeah, skill's gonna shine here. I feel like the fun's out of the way for some of these players. Some of the high skill players will be looking to just survive these modes that have gone past. A load of vehicles driving past them in phase 8 is not something they're used to, but this is something they're gonna be used to. The DMRs will reign supreme, especially come PGI mode. But duos will make it a little bit more interesting, especially with an extra 30 players in there to boot. Loot's not going to be for free.
Yeah, and I think the third partying, as we talked about before, is going to be a big issue. There's going to be so many people looking towards all these shots, and I'm really interested to see if we can see some huge kill games maybe come up in the next game or two. I guess the players in the HUDless mode might not even know if they've had a huge kill game till the end, so if they don't get a kill confirmed marker, they'll just have to wait and see the final leaderboard. So going to be an interesting one to watch. If you want to see the game from any players' perspectives as well, there's plenty of people who are streaming their gameplay. Check out the PUBG directory. There's all sorts of PUBG partners there streaming it right now. We're just going to take a break just for 2 minutes. Then we're going to come back. We're going to check out the leaderboard, and then we'll be starting with game number 4 of the 5 we are playing today. Welcome back, everybody. We're just getting set up for game number 4 of the PUBG Partner Throwdown 4th Anniversary Bash. My name's Ben. I'm from the Beard Guys over on Twitch, joined today by Gargod. We are co-casting today for the very first time, and it's been a pretty action-packed event so far.
Yeah, the third game was definitely wilder than I thought it was going to be, especially with the C4s coming into play at the end. Game 2, we had the Panzers on Sandhawk with the Desert Eagles. Game 4, then. It's hardcore mode, and this is Bly's game mode. So we'll see how he does. Definitely keep an eye on him. He'll be looking to snake through the grass and pick up quite a few kills. I'm sure he's hoping.
Yeah, HUDless mode as proposed by Blythe. So this is game number 4 of 5. And we've also got the updated leaderboard from the first 3 games we can take a little look at now. So if we jump over here, we can see that Team Kazakhstan, this is Mamino and Hobbits, actually still out in the lead after game number 3. They got into about the top 10, didn't they? But they didn't get a ton of kills. So they didn't really grow too many points, but they had a pretty commanding lead before that game, or they went out in game 3, I should say. So still quite nicely ahead, couple of 100 points over Entropic, who we can see here. This is Romchek and Hawkey on 10,085 points. Then in third place, we've got Sado here getting just behind there. So they managed to climb up. We saw them pretty late on in that game. And then we've got No Teaming. This is Rolly and John. Then we've got the winners from the previous game, Team Schofield, down in 5th place. And then as we move down, we can see we've got Inception. This is 10K Days team down here. This 2 guys, Nuts, Baz, Moulding isn't Moulding, and Trash Talk making up the current top 10. But still a lot of room for movement, I think, in that leaderboard.
Yeah, for sure. And you can see it right there. Schofield has moved into 5th with just 1 win. So you see how just winning that game can really boost up the leaderboards. They had quite a few kills. I think they had 10 in the end. So it was a great game for them. And you can see how much that flies you up. So even if you are down in about 30th place, somewhere like that, having a win here, you're right back in it. You're in with a shout.
Yeah, 400 points you get for a win, 28 points per kill. And there's quite a lot of placement points going quite a long way down in the leaderboard as well. So yeah, certainly plenty to play with, to play for so far as we go into game number 4. This is our Erangel HUDless mode. So I guess from our perspective as in the observer mode, it might not look too different, but you've got to imagine that what the players can see, they're not going to be able to see their mini map. They're not going to be able to see I don't think they get a health bar. They don't see their ammo unless they go into their inventory. And then I guess they don't also see, I don't think they get a kill feed, we reckon, as well. So yeah, going to be an interesting one to play for everybody as we go with game number 4 in Erangel.
Yeah, I think this is one that if you do have a favorite creator out there, a favorite PUBG partner, definitely get their stream up on this one, because it's going to look like PUBG you've never seen before. Well, unless you tried the labs mode as of recent. It's going to be a crazy... Oh, Can we not see it either? As nobody dropped.
I think maybe we don't get. Oh dear, oh dear, Ansvar. Well,
this could be a tricky one for old Ansvar. This one.
Yeah, this could be a tough one for Ansvar and a tricky job for casting, but always up for a challenge. Is anybody? Okay, yep. Oh no, we're getting icons. Okay, but maybe nothing on the mini map. Well, it's always a learning experience, and I'd just like to say good luck to Ansvar, who is doing the observing today, as we'll try and keep on top of this. So we get the markers on the players. Are we just going to get the logos? Do we get the name? We do get the names. Oh, thank God. Okay, so here we are. Here we are with Double coming down by the shelter, and I'm sure everything is going to be absolutely fine.
Yeah, they said that it was hardcore mode for the players when we signed up for this, not hardcore mode for the casters and observers. So this has got to test us here. I'm sure everything else is going on just fine. I'm sure everyone's playing by the rules and being very nice to one another and just driving away for some loot. We can only assume.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to know if they're going to see if we're going to be able to see the play zone as well. I mean, you'll be able to see the edge of the play zone for the players. You'll see the blue closing in, but whether we'll actually see it marked up on the map, I'm not convinced we will by what we've seen so far. I think there's a C4 going off already there from someone.
That is a C4.
Yeah, we can fly around and see where everyone else. Oh look, we've got a nice PGIS screen going. Not actually seen one of these in action so far, so nice to see that. Nice little interlude of the Pick'em challenge. I didn't actually do mine this week, but I think I already got just about everything I wanted from the Pick'ems after going and buying quite a lot of stuff from the store to get some coupons.
Well, the Sonics have been letting me down every time I bet on them. It was so unfortunate last week they didn't quite get into that top 4. But I think I'll put another coupon on them for week 6 if they make it.
Definitely worth a punt. I think there's definitely room for them to come through. Also, Ansvar can't click around to jump around the map, so he will have to fly this around. This is old school observer mode. I mean, those of us who play on console, we only got the advanced observer features. Well, I should say the advanced observer features. We only got observer features really sort of late last year. Before that, this is how it went with observing games. You fly the camera gracefully around the map to see what's going on. So yeah, a bit of a change of things for Ansvar as he's going to be flying us around. We'll do it. I'm sure he'll be doing his best to try and catch up with some of the action. And while everyone get themselves looted in this early game, we don't really know where the play zone is because of the huntless mode. So the players don't know. We do. Oh no, we do. Oh god. Okay, we do get the play zone. We do get the play zone. There we go. So we're going northwest. Yeah.
I was going to assume if Brendan was maybe in the chat, it'd be a military zone. It always is. If Brendan's in the chat, it's always unfortunate. Every time he watches PGI, I swear it goes there, and Pansy's always casting it. This time, not the case. It's going to go up and away from there. So the players will, well, do they actually even know? Do they get that information? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it tells them about the circle. I guess maybe because this is slightly different to the labs mode they did. This is the HUDless mode, and the labs mode gave you, it fired flares in the air that told you where the zone was. I guess in this is probably what the players see. They see the circle, but maybe not the timer. Would be my assumption, because I mean, if you have no indication of the zone at all, then you just have to watch out for a big blue wall coming and then make your way. But I mean, I'm not to say I don't think that would be a good game mode, but yeah, it's only going to offer a challenge to the players. Here we are with Zimzy and Avenger. Sorry, they've got themselves a kill on the board. We do get the HUD for the players when we get into first-person view, which is nice. We can see how many kills they've got, and they've just got one more. This is 10k days. They're trying to clear out here. So She Created dropping early, 2v1 versus 10k days, right at the top of the leaderboard or near the top. So could be an important fight here.
Yeah, no vest either for 10,000 days. So hopefully this double barrel shotgun will serve well. Just something else to note: we do not have a kill feed as casters. So good luck, Ben.
Yeah, yeah, no kill feed. We do get to see how many are alive, so we can see when people dropped numbers-wise. I think we started with 92 or so. I think we had a couple of no-shows in the lobby, but here we go. This is Simsy and Avenger pushing up. They're going to try and run the double stack on 10k days. Oh my god, he gets Simsy straight down. He's got the shotgun. He knows what he should have, and it is Avenger versus 10k days. He's only got one shot left in that shotty though. One shot to do it. He uses the first, and he's going to get taken out. He is gone. So they get some points there, but that's 10k days gone. That is a tricky name to say 5 times quickly, but Avenger comes out on top there, but does lose his teammate for it.
Yeah, the Avenger will live on. Unfortunately, it's not exactly what he wanted to lose a teammate so early, but maybe it'll benefit him in this sort of mode. Just knowing you're on your own, you're the lone survivor, you haven't got to worry about anything. Everything is a threat, and well, I mean, you've not got any information, so maybe just rat it out for the rest of this game if you're Avenger.
Yeah, and I guess, I mean, also maybe 10k days maybe didn't even realize how much ammo he had there. So, you know, he had one round in his shotgun, maybe didn't realize that was the last one that you had. You don't have that information on your HUD. Only if you open your inventory you can see the ammo that you have. Here's Ollie taken to the skies, and we've got a couple down in shooting range. Have a little scrap here. Who's this? This is Viking, Princess, and Kermit putting shots into Ilsner and Spam. They've actually got themselves an AWM, but it didn't really do Ilsner any good because she's been taken out and flushed out by Viking here. And Spam's going to have to just drive out there. I think he wants to get that AWM, but just going to graciously slide his way up the hill. And if Viking and Kermit get up here, they can go and claim that AWM for themselves.
Yeah, AWM, love it when the bolts are in play. Unfortunately, we don't see a lot of it in competitive play, but when you do and you see the 8 times and the big knocks come out, it is a beauty to see, especially with an AW. When you hear that firepower rip out, it definitely puts a bit of fear into you, especially when you're up against it.
Having an AWM is also going to help you when you don't get kill feed information to tell you that you've killed someone, because if you shoot them with an AWM, you know, there's a pretty good chance they're just going to be dead anyway, right?
Yeah, it strips the vest off.
Exactly. Here we go with Team Finland just moving their way down there. This is Suzanne coming in from the North Road there. Looks like Suzanne is just all on their own in the car there, so may have lost a teammate at some stage. We don't really know. If you're just joining us, this is our hardcore mode for the players, so they don't get much HUD information. And also it seems to have had the same effect on the observer mode. So we have limited information on the observer mode. We do see player tags, but that's about it. And there's a circle. We don't get the timers. There's Camp to Win taken down. Ansvar desperately trying to find where that was. No idea, to be honest. We can see a little fight in Severny here. Okay, we get Tracer Fire. Nice. Okay, that was Slick here taking some shots. And they're moving through. A few teams up in the north here by the look of it.
This really does feel like old school observing, doesn't it? On console especially. Just apart from the fact that we don't have to go under the map to travel faster. Fortunately, Ansvar can travel quite fast, but not seeing who's fighting who is going to be very difficult to keep track of. But as this game progresses, I'm sure it'll get a little bit easier as the names start to get a bit more congested in these later circles.
Yep, and that is Yowie Bear there taking that compound up in the center of the hill as we move our way down past North Georgia. It looked like Viking Princess had moved up to claim that AWM, so they have managed to acquire that. This is Team Schofield. We saw pulled themselves up to 5th in the leaderboard after the 3rd game, so they've had a pretty nice one. It's them, definitely one of the teams to keep an eye on in this. First place after last game was Team Kazakhstan. That was Mamino and Hobbits. Second place was Romchek and Hawkey. And third was Sado and Ono. I think we just saw their team go, actually, because we do get the pop-up saying teams drop. And I think they may have been one to go already. This is Avenger, still going strong. He's hanging out in North Georgia at the moment. Seems to be just getting himself stacked up with some loot, and we'll maybe just hanging out or having a disconnect issue. But oh no, it is moving. There we go. Just taking a moment to get on top of things. You know, why not take your time? You're just hiding in the middle of a house, and you're going to be fine. There go the Circle Whisperers. taken out. That was Clover and teammate. Look like they've dropped.
Yeah, and the same for Kermit and Viking Princess. Unfortunately, they are eliminated as well. Avenger had the meta loadout, the barrel and the SLR, which really is so strong at the moment. As Tuzen is going to regroup with the duo Nick, as we see Lilify going to be rotating with the teammate there. And just looking, I don't know where they're heading. I don't know where the zone really is playing into. As Lookshot is actually eliminated too in 40th place.
Yep, taken out, and they're moving past. We've got Mamino here. That's the Team Kazakhstan, the top dogs. They are sitting just off to the side here, so we have managed to locate them. It's a bit of a game of sort of search and locate where the teams are for the observer and for the casters here. But we've got Mamino and Hobbits holding this compound, so we know where they are. There goes Kandatiki. Taken down by the skull splitters there, so some more kills on the board. Still 64 alive. There's Lonnie and Roly Poly just up right on the north edge there, holding this little compound as phase 2 sort of progresses its way onwards. And I can see a lot of people in chat asking for the codes. So they've got codes being given away today for some of the gold glasses that you may have seen. The PUBG 4th birthday glasses being given away. There's various ones being given away in chat by the mods, but we also have 1 or 2 more sets to give away in the stream, and I'll be giving away 1 more set during this game, which is going to be the gold glasses, which I think a few of you have been asking about. Now, these codes, you have to open PUBG, you go to the store, to items, and add bonus and gift code. They're only a 30 use code, so you got to be real quick when you type it in. But I'll be bringing up those codes at some stage during this game, so just keep an eye out for that. It's going to be happening very soon.
Gold glasses, they're the ones you want, guys. The rarest. I can see you all asking in chat for them, but they'll be coming out very, very soon. As we look at the kebab cruisers cruising around Cookie, they're trying to find somewhere to go. Again, I don't think anybody really knows what the hell they are doing here, as it's hard shifted down to Georgia Pole crates.
That is a big shift down, and that is this is pretty similar to a circle we saw in the final day of PGIS yesterday. We saw a big fight going on in very, very similar area. It was absolute anarchy. For anyone who watched it, it was a fantastic weekend of games from PGIS. The whole event has just been fantastic to watch. And speaking of PGIS, there's Purdy Curdy moving in with Taran as they to make their way through the fence into crates here. Purdy not playing over this weekend, but I'm sure they'll manage to get into next week's finals. SDK have been absolutely slaying across all the games they've played so far over the last few weeks, and it's great to see Kurt joining us. Here's Benjoy and Wowza. We found it hiding in the corner here. Oh my god, he just jumped past Ben, no clue. There's an absolutely perfect gas can trap from Benjoy here. They take them out. Oh my god, I can't believe that actually worked.
These guys are so creative. It's unreal. That is superb, and it will get the double kill. Unfortunately, they lose Wowza. Oh my word. It works again. They set the loot trap. The gas can's there, and the gas can gang will pick up too.
Not only do they, anyone else hide in a corner, someone walks in, you shoot them in the back, and you're pleased enough with that, but to run through the middle of them and out the window whilst taking out the gas can, it's just absolutely remarkable. I can't wait to watch that clip back. Benjoy's team has blown my mind twice today in 2 games. Absolutely incredible plays from those guys, and it's now getting very, very spicy down in the crates.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate way to go. There's a gas trap in the top room, as Lilify and FaZe going to be limping into these crates, and saw Big Tasty actually get themselves some kills, so they are on the move up the leaderboard, trying to crack that top 10 position.
Yeah, trying to make their way up the leaderboard a little bit. Avenger here is still holding steady in North George. We've got Skull Splitters have just been dropped in the feed. They're another team down on a nice upside down dace here. A lot of teams look like they're trying to crash across the bridge there, and these are shots coming in towards Sensori. I think that's just Avenger trying to take out some tyres there. And John Loddy and Rolly moving their way down a little bit. I'm not sure quite how close they had got. And there goes the Nuts. That's 10k. No, sorry, that was not 10k days, was it? It was Silas and Hibako who were sitting in 7th in the leaderboard, taken out there.
Yeah, I can see a lot of these teams just trying to basically survive on the edge of this river. Pretty much central to zone. They don't know which way it's going to pop. I believe they are getting the outline of the circle. They're just not seeing when the blue is actually hitting it and when it's updating. So they seem to be knowing where it's going, but it's still tricky for these teams, as Jawi is going to be making his way into the most northern warehouse, even going further.
Yeah, Yoi head on in there, and that is gas taken down by the Kebab Cruisers. The players certainly have very limited vision during this game, but something that we don't have limited vision on is the gold glasses code, which is on screen right now. Now you've got very, very short amount of time to use it. Just 30 codes available for those gold sunglasses, the PUBG 4th anniversary glasses. Get them while you can. They'll go very, very quickly. In fact, they're probably already gone.
They're gone.
And they're gone. So 46 players left alive. 27 teams are in the North George area. That code is going to be used up real rapidly, I'm very sure. This is Norky moving in here, taking some big hits. Avenger still holding that same building. He's been in for a while. And a lot of teams heading to North George because the circle's thrown them all up here.
Yeah, he's been kind of blessed, Avenger. He's been here since the start after losing his teammate. Got the 2 kills that they needed, and here he is going to be creeping and crawling. This is definitely going to be an interesting one.
I keep glancing down at looking down at the mini map to try and see what's going on, and just not have no idea. It feels so bizarre. I love just the empty map with the trace around. Is just hilarious.
Ghosts everywhere.
Yeah, I can see Taran and Curdy look like they're still going there, which is nice to see. We haven't seen them in the late game situation yet, really. So, going to be a good one to see that fight come off if it does. We've got Chinjay and Bray here. They're having a scrap with Poba here and Slicker. 5 kills on the board for these guys, so doing pretty nicely. And catching Chin right on the open there. 20 seconds on the zone, but like the easiest route in the world for Chin, who has lost their teammate as well. So 2v1, and there we go, make that 2v9. It's 7 kills on the board. Good game for these guys here as we get into the later stages.
Yeah, for sure. I know a few things about some Chins, and unfortunately Chin has taken that nade on it. They will be eliminated. But yeah, like you said, quite a few kills coming up from there. Silas is just living in the water right now. I don't think he's got a lot to really move to. Avenger now still sat in the top of this building. The frag, it's primed, going down. But Lulu not outside, still inside the building.
Yeah, try to get that one out there, but just didn't quite work out. We have, if you've missed out on the code for the glasses that you're after on this stream, don't forget that all of the people playing in this tournament, every duo has at least one PUBG partner in it, and they are most likely currently streaming on Twitch. So go through the PUBG directory, because all of those streamers have their own codes to give away. There's different colored glasses. There's pink, blue, red, and gold glasses that you can get to celebrate PUBG's 4th birthday. And all the different streamers are giving those away on their own streams, as well as us giving them away on this stream. And we also have some PUBG staff in chat giving out those codes. So there's plenty of glasses to go around if you can be quick enough. And this is Mamino and Hobbits having a bad time here. Mamino's gone on Hobbits is way out in the blue. I don't think the Hobbits is going to make it in here with these guys penning him back here.
Yeah, he's going to crab walk, try and sneak his way into zone. It's not going to be easy to see. Has he just been spotted out by Poba? Nope, they're off. They haven't seen him. I don't know how they haven't, because he wasn't really hidden. I did just see, though, there was a crate gifted on top of one of the apartments, but they almost left in the crate. My feelings are kind of hurt a little bit on that one. You got to respect the Orm, and the Orm will respect you, but we'll take the 3 gear, and it's definitely the meaning of being gifted one of those crates on top of the apartments.
Nothing quite like having an airdrop drop right in your head, but yeah, no one going for that AWM. We did get one picked up very early in the game, but it didn't do its owner much good. And here we are with Beerbank. They're in the glider in pretty late game situation, which is always quite impressive. As the circle gets smaller and smaller, it gets harder and harder to go to keep in the zone. But I don't think they're going to try and do that. They're going to bin it into the ground and try and take this compound. And Beerbank on such low HP there, but gets away with it. And here they are. Taken up residency next to Taran and Purdy Curdy, and we got Hawkey and Romchek moving in here. They were sitting second in the leaderboard, Entropic, so keep an eye on those guys. We see Avenger making his dash out.
Yeah, it's a big fight for Romchek here against Purdy. Is that Avenger was stripped out of the vehicle? It would seem that's an untimely death for Avenger. He's unfortunately, as soon as he left the building, he has been eliminated. As now we see Sylvia is knocked. It's a 1-for-1 trade and 1 HP. The nade, goodbye. Eliminated. It's a double kill there. Brilliant nade to land pretty much at their feet. You get the notice that they've actually
yeah, it's quite hard to follow with such limited information. I mean, and even harder for the players. If you're just joining us, this is HUDless mode, so the players have such little information. They can't see the kill feed, they can't see the various map markers, they can't see their health, their ammo. So it really makes it into quite crazy mode. I'm interested to see this. So this is Scarlet and teammate up here, but we've got, look, all these teams in this compound here. We've got Beerbank, we've got Purdy Curdy, we've got Entropic, all in these 3 houses next to each other. We're going to see some stuff kick off. Entropic second in the leaderboard. That was Luke said no going. Penguin Party going there, I think. God, trying to follow what's going on by the team names popping up in the middle is a whole new challenge unto itself. But I think we're just about keeping on top of it. That's Beerbank and Bab look like they're moving house a little bit there. Yeah,
for sure. Beerbank, I don't think has any meds. He's been blinking for a very long time on about 1 HP. I'm wondering. Oh, he does. Yes, he does. He just hasn't been using. Maybe they just found some. Here's the thing. Does Benjoy actually have another trap set in that 3-story? That's what I'm wondering. Has he got any last tricks up his sleeve to try and win this game?
I absolutely would not put it past him to still have a plan, and he has a C4 in his hand, which I think he's just attached to a bike, and I think we're going to see this grenade fly. Oh my god, if it goes, where is this going to land? Not sure it's quite far enough, but it is a great effort from Benjoy as he sends the burning bike into orbit to try and take someone down. I think he does get dropped as well just after that. And this is, Rowley's been dropped as well. This is John Lonnie, only one remaining from Team Rowley here as he gets pushed. This is Sensoria coming in to try and end their fun. Sylvia's got a man down as well. There are 3 different teams all scrapping right next to each other here.
That's unfortunate for John. I thought he actually saw Sensoria outside that building, but didn't want to open the door and alert. Unfortunately, peekaboo through the window. Sensoria will take that one down as this zone is moving rapid for these players.
Yeah, it really is coming in pretty quick. I'm not sure they were really prepared for that. They don't have too far to go here. They're right on the edge of it, but going to come in on pretty low health for Sensoria here. That's going to be chunking. Does have Crass just across the way, but Crass is on red HP and is going to drop, and that is going to be the end of PUBG Finland. We've still got Kurt left. He looked like there. Kurt just took down Romchek and Hawkey. I think I should say Taran and Kurt, because I have no idea who did who. But I'd just like to shout out to Taran, because running with one of the top fraggers probably in the world, Purdy Curdy, and Taran keeping 4 and 4, keeping the kills very even. So fantastic effort there. Nice to see them get into the late game, and it looks like that revive's going to come through on Purdy Curdy as well.
Yeah, they're going to be too strong, and I say Purdy on probably some horrendous ping in South Korea. It's not going to be easy, but they are 2 alive. They've had a bit of a rough tournament, but here they go. They're stepping up in the game modes that probably reward a bit of skill.
We have a 2v2v1 situation here. It's going to be Team Frag and Taran against ATC there, and then ATC is the solo, and then it's Beerbank and Bimba who are in the building next to them. So as you said, Beerbank did manage to find med in the end, and we can see Kurt getting the highly professional esports cycle down, so we can try and make do. I don't think there's anyone in there. I'm not sure I would even see them if they were, but I think that's just dead smoke. I think the solo took up position by the little sniper tower. There they are. Yeah, that's ATC trying to shuffle down there.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Obviously, no kill feed. You don't really know what's going on, but there is the elimination onto him. Now it's a straight 2v2. It's Purdy and Taran taking on Beerbank and Bambimba, who actually crashed into this compound with the glider. They do have zone. One more time, it's going to finish out into the field, but they've got the less distance to travel. But Purdy would be definitely used to this sort of a situation. The smokes are down, and they'll be looking to make their play very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Very even between these two teams. They've both got a good amount of kills on the board. 5 for these. That's a nice frag there. It does put Babimba low, and that might be the sign for Kurt to push in here. Look, they've closed the angles down, getting right up in their faces, and this is going to end very rapidly, I'm sure. Beerbank and Babimba versus Purdy and Taran in game number 4. Beerbank is so low. Kurt's got to be ready for that. He's got the molly in hand. No, Beerbank can keep the barrel out. Kurt might get caught, but it's great save from Taran. That was nice play there. Beerbank is going to go, and it's a 2v1 to finish now.
Yeah, Purdy taking down low there. It's very, very close. He had Taran to back him up and he needed it. But here's Babimba probably taking the best route, trying to get on that building. But they haven't sensed it. And Taran's taken down the 1v1 Purdy against Babimba. Babimba with the original tags and will win the 1v2. Team Trash Talk have actually taken him down.
That was a fantastic play at the end there from Babimba to get up on that roof so quickly and just had enough element of surprise to catch out Taran there, get the knock on Taran initially, took them by surprise, and does get Kurt as well. Brilliant win for Babimba and Beerbank there. Taran and Kurdy having to make do with second place in the end. Norky and Tudu in third, Sensorian Shiv in fourth, and Romchek Hawkey in fifth, Kras, Korot in sixth, Kaipo and Slicker in 7th, and Ivas and Sylvia in 8th place.
Yeah, a great game. And you can see Purdy, you know, they had 9 kills, him and Taran, in a game mode where you would say it rewards more skill than crossbows and drive-bys with crossbows and panzers. It's sort of stuff he's not really used to. But Romchek, even though they only got 1 kill, great placement again to get 5th. They are chipping away that lead from Team Kazakhstan. I'll be interested to see how this leaderboard's shaping up.
Yeah, and we'll jump over and check out that leaderboard in just a few moments once it's been updated. That was game number 4 for the day. We've just got 1 left, which is going to be our PGIS game mode on Erangel once again. So this is PGIS esports mode, but with duos and with 90-odd players. So like you said, that was a game mode that, you know, will help people who are good fraggers come to the top. And as we saw, even Taran and Kurt, I think Taran's playing from America, I think, and Kurt is certainly playing from South Korea. So a real mix of pings going on in that team, and a great display from them to manage to get so many frags and get into second place.
Yeah, they've done very well there. Like I said, I'll be interested to see how the leaderboard's shaking up. Even though we don't always have to look at the top of the pack, we can also look at the midfield. Who's going to have that last surge, the last game where they can pick up 400 placement points with, you say, 10 kills? There's easily 700 points on the line in this last game.
Yeah, absolutely. You can make a huge jump if you have a big enough game. So there is everything for these teams to play for as we go into the last game today. The lobby is just getting set up right now. We're just going to take a break just for 2 minutes, show you a little PGIS video. And when we come back, we should be ready to show you the updated leaderboard and then jump in with game number 5, the final game for today. So a nice little range of PGIS bloopers there. I got sent some great little highlight videos from PGIS from the PUBG team to use in today's stream. So it's been nice bit of fun watching through those. I was saying earlier, some of the ones I've really enjoyed have been the hearing the players' comms when they're playing in the games have been really interesting. But nice to see the bloopers as well. There've been a few good highlights, and can't wait to see next weekend the big money this weekend. Their winners took home 700 grand for themselves, but next weekend it's going to get even bigger on PGIS.
Yeah, nice chunk of change, 700 grand for playing 10 games of PUBG is not too bad if you ask me. Yeah, the bloopers though is great for me to see because how often do you play with your friends in PUBG? You play in squads, and one of your squad mates runs you over, and then you watch the PGI, and the pros are doing it even because obviously they're trying to min max every second of the game. They're trying to get the vehicles fast, out fast, crash compounds. But when they do it, it's always hilarious because they're supposed to be the professionals. Um, but we are going into game 5, and it is PGI settings. So anybody that's watched a lot of esports, anybody that's watched PGI over the last 5 weeks, you should be familiar with this one. However, with the twist of about 90 players entering the lobby, nobody is safe.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hectic, and like you say, it always kind of surprises me quite how much you see people run each other over in esports comp stuff. But as you say, they're playing on the edge, they're min maxing, and accidents happen. We've got the updated leaderboard, so we'll just jump over and show the leaderboard updated from game number 4 as we go into the final game today. That is going to be here. And we can see that Team Kazakhstan, this was Mamino and Hobbits, they are still in the lead, but not by much. That gap has been closed right down. We saw Entropic get very late into that game. They didn't get the dub. I think they got 3rd or 4th place in that last game, so they're just on about 20 points behind Team Kazakhstan right now, which is pretty much nothing when there's 28 points for a kill and 400 points for first place. But then still only a little bit behind, 130 points or so to Trash Talk. That's Beerbank and Sign there. Then going a bit further down, we've got No Teaming sitting in 4th place. That's actually Rolly and John Lonnie. They've got some great points on the board this tournament. That's through consistent placement. Just 8 kills total, but great placement points. 950, got himself into 4th place. And as we go down, we've got, this is Sado's team. Then we got the Fraggers, Inception. Schofield got the win earlier. Yeah, it's quite a mix of teams. A lot of the ones, you said you could get 700 points from a good game, and there's plenty of teams within a few hundred points of those top 3 for the prizes.
Yeah, if you're on about 800 points right now, you're going into this game saying if we frag out, we can win this. All you got to do is get that chicken dinner at the end. It's a huge chunk of placement points. It's 400, and between 1st and 2nd right now, it's less than 28 points, of which is 1 kill. So anything can happen. I believe there's about 12, maybe even more teams well in the race here. Even further back, if you absolutely fry the lobby, nothing's impossible. But yeah, I would definitely say there's about 15 teams in the race for this one if they can dub out the game.
Yeah, certainly I think for getting into the top 3, I wouldn't be surprised. Any of these ones in the sort of high 800s, 900, they only need 300 points to get into the top 3, depending on other results. So very much doable. A lot of teams to keep an eye on. And, this is the most kind of normal rules game we've had all day. So now's the time to come out and shine, get some frags, and, see what you can do to try and close down that lead, to try and catch up with Mamino and Hobbits, to try and catch up with Hawkey, to try and catch up with Beerbank. And we are just getting started for game number 5. The lobby is just loading up, so we'll be jumping over to that in just 1 second. I'd certainly, if I was going to put down some money right now, I wouldn't be surprised to see 10k days maybe creeping up the leaderboard a little bit. They're not right up there at the moment, but they're not too far off where they're down in Fragos. That was Purdy's team, wasn't it? Kurt and Taryn down there, but I think they were down a little way off. 10k days, there we go, 7th place. So they're a little way off, but we've seen 10k days put in some huge kill games in some of these tournaments previously. So wouldn't be surprised to see that happen again.
Yeah, all to play for a lot of these teams. And you say it's the most regular rules that we've had of the games today. But fortunately for us, our PUBG partners just aren't the most usual of players. So I expect the unexpected as per usual with PUBG. I'm interested to see how this one's going to go. Purdy Curdy, Taron as well, got a 2nd place last game in some more familiar rules to themselves. Interested to see what they could do come game 5 here. The finale. Erangel, we all love it.
Yeah, going to be a good one. Definitely my favorite map, and I think that's a pretty common opinion. Getting our little dance party started. And hopefully a bit more of a normal job for old Ansvar running the camera this game round, rather than having to wing it in the HUDless mode. But it certainly added an extra element of spice to the proceedings last time round, but I'm sure he'll welcome back being able to actually see where players are on the map this time and be able to take the camera to where the players are this team. Oh no, they've all disappeared again, Ansvar. But yeah, should be a good one. I'm looking forward to seeing how everyone's gonna be fragging out this round.
Yeah, it was a great test for Ansvar, really, wasn't it? That was all that game mode was really there for. But we can all dash to all the action. We should catch all of it this time, which would be great, as we are here in, well, Dance Club. First rule of Dance Club, we don't talk about Dance Club in PUBG pre-game.
Yeah, so get everyone getting involved, and we're going to see him drop in just a second. So if you're just joining us, this is PGIS settings. So it's going to be lots of loot. It's going to be faster moving circles. It's going to be higher damage circles than what you're used to in the pub lobbies that most of us know and love. And yeah, it's going to be quite a mix. Normally these lobbies or these settings you'd normally see with 64 players with 16 teams. When you suddenly have 90 players in a lobby and in duos, not just more players, but because you're in duos, that means there's 44 different locations that teams are going to go to, rather than when you have a squad tournament you have 16 locations, right? They might run a little split here and there, but generally 16 points to watch out for. In this, 44, so it's going to be carnage.
Yeah, triple the teams near enough. So getting your own loot, like you say, when you're in squads, maybe only your team drops Pachinki, you're fine. You can just jump into any building. You're not scared. You're just thinking about the zone. You're thinking about rotations. All of a sudden, you're in duos and your squad of 4 is split into 2, right? So when you've got another duo there, everything, you're on edge again. There's no running about for free. You've got to be thinking about where are they rotating? Where did they land? And you're going to start to see that as even these outer compounds near a school are contested.
They absolutely are, and that absolutely reminds me that I need to unmute these beats so you can hear them. And there we go, that's the first kill down. That is Ivas, but trades it straight back with the Bison, but with the shot he comes in for the save. That is by Bly there. Nicely done. It is going to be able to get the revive on Kulaki there. Viking Dad still on the other side of the street, so isn't going to be able to save there. And be interesting to see, is he going to try and engage and take the fight to him, or just get out of there? He's got the frag, and it's a nice idea. It's probably what I'd do. Is that's where he knew they last were. Didn't quite work out, but a worthy frag. The zone has gone back to the north again, so not too dissimilar to what we saw last time round. And first team gone, that is Gas. Gas are out of there, and one of Schofield has already been punched out here.
Yeah, Schofield's not had a great one in this game 5 as Copter tries to get away, won't get away. What a headshot with the iron sight. We do love an iron K9 bolty shot. Oh, it's the best. It really is. It's so satisfying to be whipped out of the vehicle. But just touching back on that previous fight, we saw Bly's team. I feel like he picked up the Tommy gun, but it was on single fire and he didn't realize.
Yeah, got caught out there in the end, but great hit from Ilsner. Looking absolutely fabulous in the pink cowboy outfit, I must say. But great iron sight K9 here from Ilsen there. Drops Copter out, and there's Copter's game over very early on. There goes Viking Dad as well. That was the remaining member of that team we saw had the initial scrap. So a few players drop in pretty early. There's lots of teams in this. This isn't PGIS. They're not playing for $700,000 here. They're just playing for a bit of fun. There's some prizes for the top finishing teams, but I think lots of teams are just gonna take the fights they see. They're gonna have a bit of fun, put on a good show, especially if your name's Benjoy.
I mean, I would dare say there's more on the line than $700,000 for these PUBG partners. Pride between them. Nobody wants to be that one that doesn't quite kill their friend. And that's how customs go for me. If I don't kill my friend and they get me, that it hangs over you for a lifetime.
Exactly. Well, that's the nice thing about playing custom games, is it's much more fun to shoot your friends than to just shoot strangers. So I'm sure they were having a great time. This is all PUBG. Well, the duos in this tournament are all PUBG partners, and then they can play with one other person, and that can be a PUBG Pro as well. They're allowed. We haven't always had PUBG esports pros allowed in these tournaments, but for this one, they're allowed to have a max of 1 in their team. So that's why we're seeing people like Purdy Curdy playing in this. I think we saw Chris in there as well, and a few of the familiar names from the pro scene knocking about. So certainly brings some pretty high quality players into the lobbies, and also some of the high quality people from the other side of the screen. Here we are with Avenger and quite a few different casters joining us, although Copter was taken out pretty early in that game.
A mistake. Avenger used to play quite high level PUBG back in the day of like Gamescom Invitational. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That is that's Memo being taken down. They're pretty aggressively looted by the boys as well. Here we go. This is I see Mimino and Hobbits. They've taken Cube and looking like they're feeling like they want to play this for the win. I think taking up a position like that.
Yeah, for sure. Bly plays there. Easy double for them. That was kind of brutal. Just taken down as we was talking just a moment. As we see the rest of Schofield, unfortunately, their tournament has come to an end. They won Game 3, but Game 5 is fairly abrupt.
Big fight going on, big sprays going on. They don't actually manage to connect. That's Simsy and Avenger moving along right on the north here, trying to take what they think could be a quiet road, but because there's so many teams, well, I mean, they're in such a barren area of the map, but they've actually somehow managed to run into the one other team that's in the entire quarter of the circle. But they get away with it, no shots landed, so they are going to be able to get away with it. If you're just joining us, by the way, and you're not familiar with who we are, my name's Ben, I'm from the Beardguys. We're going to get behind where they do, absolutely ruining. Drive-by meta is certainly at the forefront of PUBG right now, and no exceptions made for Sado getting a nice little kill there. But as I was saying, this is his teammate just moving up. My name's Ben. I'm from the Beardguys over on Twitch, and joined today by Gargod for the first time having a co-caster on this. It's been an absolute pleasure and great fun to have someone else casting it with me today.
Yeah, it's always easier with somebody with you, isn't it? As Elsner, I think, accidentally hit the F key and has jumped out the UAS, and Span Cargo is going to try and bail her out here. 2x on the M16 as Team Kazakhstan are going to be trying to advance here. Hobbits getting angled into a tricky situation here.
Yeah, not looking good for Elsner. She's going to be taken down, and Span here is also pinned back. So Mimino and Hobbits, they took up that good position, but they're not shy to come out and try and get some kills. They're not just going to hide in there and try and get placement. They know that if you get a bunch of kills, that can really throw you up the leaderboard. So making sensible plays, getting good position, but not being shy to come out and get the kills, because exactly like that, you can get 2 on the board, and that's another chunk of points for you.
Yeah, that's a big Kobe from quite some distance away, and especially when you're in first place and you're getting kills early, you're applying so much pressure to the other teams to match that performance, especially when a team's only a kill behind. Now it's 3, unless they get the placement, but placement's not guaranteed, and it's especially not guaranteed in esports mode when there's 40 teams alive.
Yeah, and these circles are going to start to punish the teams too if they're coming in a bit late. I think we're going to see a bit of a rush of teams as they maybe realize quite how punishing these esports zones can be. And there's a lot of teams who are quite a way out there at the moment. Here we are, quite a few teams. This is Clover moving across the bridge here. We saw Clover in one of those the PGIS Lucas clip that we played just a minute ago. And here she is trying to stay away from Danger. Payne's getting some nice tags. She is able to get in cover, but it's very low. And this bit here is going to be sketchy. One more tag is probably going to do it, but I think she might be okay here. It's going to be very tight. No, they do just catch her. It's a nice hit from Payne's in the air. And unfortunately, Clover is taken down just as she was about to get to safety. That is going to be the end of the tournament for Clover.
Yeah, I thought she was going to get away with it there. The mini wasn't loaded for Payne's. I thought maybe that was a saving grace in that open ground, but the M4 spray stayed true and just had enough in the tank to take her down before she got over that ridge.
Yep, close but no cigar. And here we are joining Cobra and Double as they're scrapping back by this compound where we started the game today. We see Kula's been taken down. It's just Bly holding that whole compound on his own at the moment. But I think we might see a few other teams rocking up here pretty soon. It looked like there were a lot of teams down in the southeast of the circle, or the map, I should say, that are going to be moving up this way. Maybe driving through. We've got Berry, I think, scrapping, and Lilithy down here putting some shots on Lifu as they move through. They're going to bump into 10k days, and She Created, and have to just keep on going and try and find themselves somewhere to hide, which might be Might be quite tricky given how many players we still got left alive.
Yeah, getting into zone and esports is always running the gauntlet. As Gideon has actually been taking down its pains. They've traded 1-for-1 as we go big tasty. Trying to survive here. They need a big game. I feel like they are in the hunt, if I remember the leaderboard correctly, as Pains is looking to get aggressive on this one.
Going in for the drive-by, and it does pay off. That's a nice kill from Pains there. Getting a few kills on the board here for the big tasty guys. Pains grabbing the drive-by, the seat swap there, and they got 4 kills on the board. Is able to get Gideon back up. Looking like it could be quite a good game for him. We can see when they're going to get the next circle in just a minute, and Deanland and Alex D20 sitting pretty far out from the zone there. They're going to need to, I think, get a little bit of a lick on and move up. And there we go, shooting range. Okay, we're heading north.
We are heading north, and seeing the amount of drive-bys, Pains getting his 4th kill on the back of the buggy. It's very, very strong. It's a drive-by meta for sure right now. Even transitioning to console, the drive-by meta is getting strong as the console players. Usually a few weeks behind the PC guys, or even a few months. They're latching on and really understanding how to make it work for yourself. You really do get an advantage with the drive-by now.
Yeah, and you see it when you see things like PGIS and you see the best players in the world playing this game. They are able to exploit that to just such a high level. It's kind of crazy. So it really changes the dynamic, especially in squads when you see rotations of teams, moving through where normally, they'd be vulnerable in their cars, but you have to be so careful because a team of 4 driving through with the power of the seat swap, they can just own you from so far away because of the stability of the shot you get now.
100%, and this is why teams like Gen.G you have to consider are the best in the world. They have been for many years, and when the meta shifts from gun to drive-by meta and stuff like that, when they are consistently finishing top of these tournaments, there's no doubt about it. You have to call them one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of unlucky, Blind nearly took down 2 there. Is a great little effort, but he's able to get the revive there as double. He managed to save that. He's going to get Cobra back on his feet, and that fight was developing for quite a while, but it does come off in the end. Still a lot of players left alive. We're down to 64, which is the normal amount of players you might start a game with on esports settings, but we're going into phase 2 with that as we head right up to Severny. There's already quite a few teams up in that shooting range kind of area. You can see a few up on the coast. Here we are with Real Uzi moving their way in, and that's Benjo, I think, Benjo's teammates. So we're keeping an eye on that. Oh yeah, they're both on there. Let's see what they've got in mind.
I always feel like a devious laugh when I see Benjo rolling around with Wows on the back. What are they up to? These devilish duo, as they look like they've cut the engine and are rolling right into a big fight. Voodoo and Beardo are waiting for them, and it's yeah, that's a hard ending.
Yeah, didn't quite work out. I'm not quite sure what the plan was, but I assume they had something up their sleeve. Unfortunately, I think they were probably trying to get down there, but they had just blocked the gate. The door had been closed by Voodoo and Beardy there, and Benjoy not able to get through. So that is the end of the tournament for them, but certainly some fantastic moments, it's got to be said, from the tournament today from Benjoy and his teammate. But now we got Sensoria pushing in from shooting range, trying to close these guys out in the bunker, but they're pretty happy just to make their way back down underground and keep things sensible.
Yeah, for sure. There's only a few teams that are trying to get into the circle right now. We just saw Scarlet just going by near quads in the bottom left-hand side of the circles. We're seeing this fight develop, but it's so hard to get a team out from these sort of bunker locations. You can blow up the vehicle and hopefully it will stick. Trap them down there, but it looks like they're going to get there or shoving the vehicle. Probably going to blow it up and say, enjoy that. You're going to have to rot.
Yeah, I'm loving seeing these plays. I'm not sure if they're trying to trap them in or push the vehicle onto them, but it's yeah, certainly interesting. And I think they're going to struggle to get themselves maybe back out there. They've actually moved that Dacia down further into the bunker, and they're doing all this while there's just shots coming in from everywhere. But Sensoria doesn't seem too bothered about that. They're just going about their own business. And Scarlet dropped by Mamino there. Another knock on the board for Team Kazakhstan, sitting top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, sometimes when these players are hidden in these bunkers, it almost becomes personal that you want them to not get out because they're those rascals underground that you just can't get into. One way in, one way out. But so even if you're being shot in the back, you sort of like, just let me do this. This is personal. This needs to happen.
So I see Mamino here. They're finally having to sort of leave Cube. It's right on the edge of the zone. I think they're going to make their way up into the zone as we see Susu and Remix here getting all sorts of things thrown at them, but somehow coming out alive. And Susu's got up on the roof, so they've got some angles. We see them had some nice fights. Double and Cobra a bit further south, but there goes Remix. That's going to be 2v1, but they trade it back. It's going to be Susu versus Cobra here. There is no revive on for Czech Republic, but there is one on for Guy. Oh, no, spoke too soon. So it's a 1v1, killing the feed from 10k days there. Let's see what these guys can do. They're right down on the edge of the zone, so they're not going to get forced by the circle anytime soon. Trying to find the angle on Zuzu. Going to pop out the front. That's a great bit of repositioning from Zuzu, and does get the kill in the end.
Yeah, great fight from them there. I want to call sus. I don't know how the UMPs actually lost the fight there. UMP's so strong recently. I don't know why, but Lilithie actually ripped out the vehicle. It's not the first time that's happened this tournament. She's not had a great time in these vehicles. Unfortunately, people have had it in for her, as Cookie is going to suffer the same fate. Everybody's trying to rotate, but people have already got these more central dominating positions. We see that shack just south of the shooting range, which is a great position. You get that ridge. It's very hard to advance on, and Tuna are really showing it now, just stripping everybody from their vehicles.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a very safe place to be out driving. We've just seen 2 or 3 people back-to-backs taken out of vehicles by these players. And this hill is getting very busy indeed. Taran's still going, gets the knock on ATC and the confirmation there as well. And I guess, yeah, Kurt is still going. So we've still got Purdy Curdy and Taran. They had a great game last time round. Second place, so close to winning it, but just fell short in the end. But looks like they're lining themselves up for another decent game. They've got rid of ATC, and it is just here who is close back, and Kurt is trying to find the angle. They've been throwing everything they have, and he's going to line up the frag to try and finish that. And I wouldn't be surprised if Kurt managed to land it. Oh, but the UAZ just saved Louis there, but it's very low, and the follow-up is going to do it.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before Taran and Purdy just put the final nail in the coffin there. Tilo actually had a grenade, but just couldn't get any use out of it, as it looks like Kermit and Viking Princess have been 1v2'd by Wondery there by the shack. He'll hold on to that position, not in zone, but he'll be able to fight for another day.
And there's not really much to play with our teams here. It's going to be hills and bumps and ridges and trees, really, as they're going to try and shunt this UAZ out of here. I think they're going to try and ram it. It doesn't seem to be working. Oh, and it has seemed to have set everything on fire as well. Oh my goodness. Gas everywhere. Who put the gas down? Voodoo? Where?
Unfortunately, Blue was there. It was chunking them down, and there was no way out. So a little bit of friendly fire.
Yeah, just everything. As soon as I see something crazy going on, I'm just thinking, did Benjoy plan that somehow? I know he died 10 minutes ago, but somehow I feel like Benjoy was responsible for that. Oh, that's a nice spray from Hobbits there. Taking down John Loddy. More kills on the board. 5 kills to Team Kazakhstan. Top of the leaderboard. Looking pretty good for them if they can keep this up.
Yeah, for sure. But there are some, second place is right around the corner. So they've got to keep this speed up, keep the points flowing in whilst not being eliminated. As soon as they're out, every other team will start to feel that. So the lack of pressure on them, they can then relax, just get into the game, just putting those points up slowly. But they're staying alive. They've got a center compound, and they're still picking up points as Hobbit finds another one onto Cuckoo. Yeah,
they've been fragging just all day today, having a really good tournament. And this is Shark and Din that we've just seen having a real bad time on the edge. He's trying to get the revive. It's not going to work out. And he's now going to find himself in the blue. With this esports settings, it's not going to be savable, especially gets tagged by Sado here. Does get hit, and that's going to be good night Vienna for PKG. Parkside Gaming are out. We've got 15 teams left remaining right now, 27 alive. And everything to play for, really. Kazakhstan, top of the leaderboard, they're still going. I'm not sure if we still get... Yeah, Entropic is still going, so that's Hawkey and Romchek, you can see down near Yowie Bear in the bottom left there. They were in second place going into this game. So the top 2 teams who were very close, both still in this. Is Beerbank and Sane still in it? They were in third. That's Trash Talk. I'm not sure if they're still going.
They are still in this game.
Nice, nice. So interesting. All 3 top teams in the leaderboard still remaining as we get into the late stages of the game. And they were all within 100 points or so of each other. So anyone's game right now.
Yeah, for sure. And Molding also not out of this. If they can get busy coming to these late sort of stages of the game, pick up a few kills and eliminate some of these top teams, there's no reason why they couldn't actually leapfrog some of these teams and actually come back to win this.
Yeah, for sure. You can get a whole bunch of points by having a big game. So definitely a lot to go for. And this is Simsy going for the drive-by. It's a very slow, casual drive-by. It might work out. He's found... Here we go. He's going to get the re-knock. He's going to get caught too late. It's a nice effort from Simsy. But didn't quite work out. But someone else came in and got the steal there. It was Hawkey. So that's actually Entropic. Get themselves some kills there. And every kill is going to be super important for those guys. Right up there in the leaderboard. They've got to try and outfrag Team Kazakhstan here. They've got 6. And Entropic need to do something to try and take this first place from them.
Yeah, Team Kazakhstan aren't showing any signs of slowing down. Purdy and Tyron are eliminated from this one, so their race for the #1 spot is over. But guess whose isn't over? Entropic, as they take down Jawi. More kills on the board for them. They need to get these points flowing. They need to get Team Kazakhstan under some pressure and eliminate them.
Yep, it is starting to get to that kind of critical situation in the game. There's Entropic. They got another kill there. That was Herbina. I'd be interested to see how many kills. They go 4 kills for Entropic right now. So they're a couple behind Team Kazakhstan, but it's not really much to go with. But if it ends up with those 2 teams going into the top 10, the top 5, it could get really interesting. This is Beerbank we were talking about just a minute ago. Finding the kill on Avenger is taken down. So that's the end of the tournament for Avenger. But a great display from Avenger and Simsy today. We saw him featuring quite a lot. So nice to see some frags from those guys.
Yeah, for sure. Avenger, he knows what he's doing. He's been around, you know, a little bit in the PUBG scene. I want to say a little bit since the dawn of time with PUBG. But we see now Beerbank, the top 3 team, they're very close to the top 2 team as we see Sensora losing out in the 1v1 today. As Shiv had to put on the med, he got his health ripped apart by that barrel, which is always so scary. But now it's Team Trash Talk trying to put the last dagger into Shiv as he's running away. A big shot there takes him down to about 20 HP. But does he have the safety of the trees? As 10k Days is rolled up and third-partied on this one.
Yeah, getting the nice little kill there from 10k Days. I don't know if they've got enough kills to really pull themselves up into the top 3 unless they really frag out at the end of this game. But nice to see them getting into the late game situation. I saw another kill pop up in the feed a minute ago from Team Kazakhstan, from Hobbits, I think it was. So that, and there we go. That is another one there, and a knock there from Hawkey as well. So both of these top 2 teams, they just keep getting kills. They keep getting knocks. And they're getting closer and closer to each other as well. So it is only going to be a matter of time before they fight each other. And, you know, maybe if Entropic work out, you know, quite where Mamino and Hobbits are, they might decide to try and close that out and kill them, because that might be their best bet to try and take the victory today.
Yeah, I think with that last kill, they both shared one, so they knew where those shots were coming from, and they're trying to apply the pressure. You can see it from Hawkey now with the bolt action sniper. Don't forget, Team Trash Talk, they're on the side. They can still be a thorn in either one of these top 2 sides.
Yeah, certainly going to be some third partying going on here. 12 still alive, 7 teams remaining. The top 2 on the leaderboard still in it. I mean, the top 3 in the leaderboard still going. And so it's really anyone's game here. You get 400 points for the first place finish. There's obviously points going through the rest of that as well. But make a big difference if one of these top teams drops out now, then that is going to be disastrous for them. It's going to give a great opportunity for someone like Entropics to maybe steal that. 5 kills on the board for these guys as they move down. They might find an angle on Sado soon. They're getting very, very close. And this is, that's Brait in the middle, just running solo, but sitting right in the middle of the zone.
Yeah, he's feeling very brave. He's just trying to get anything. I don't think he's really in the hunt. But Hawkey Gets the knock, but Break will maybe take him down, and he will. It's now on Rumcheck, but he's under pressure from Team Trash Talk as they, like I said, they're falling in the side. And Team Kazakhstan might have been blessed. 2 more kills. They'll still the one on IRP. Rumcheck is down. So now it really is down to Team Trash Talk. Who can take the fight to Team Kazakhstan here in Game 5?
It has worked out so nicely there for Team Kazakhstan. They just extended slightly to try and find some frags in Tropic, but got caught out by the third party and then just torn apart and even fed another kill in the end to Kazakhstan. So they've got themselves on 10 kills. They're top of the leaderboard for this game, and it looks like they're probably going to take that all the way. We've got 10k Days and She Created here getting lined up by Shiv. They were fighting Shiv. They killed Shiv's teammate Sensori, I think, just a little while ago. So they know Shiv's down here, but they seem a bit more focused on some of the uphill fights right now. And I think Shiv maybe just waiting to see someone get on low HP or see someone get knocked and just try and steal that. And here he goes, catching 10k Days on the med. Team Kazakhstan taken down. They got down Break there, so gone. And there's 10k Days on, and looking like Team Kazakhstan might be able to take another win here.
Yeah, incredible discipline, trigger discipline there from Shiv. He was just waiting for a knock to happen so he could just steal it away and then fight the 1v1 where he's got them on the pinch. But 10k Days and She Created really ended that fight quickly. 10,000 Days now is not flushable just yet. Team Trash Talk, when Bimba says, enough of that, I've had enough. We're here to clean up as well.
Yeah, Team Trash Talk's still going. I mean, they were sitting in third place. I feel like that 10 kills that Kazakhstan have got is probably going to be enough to stop any kind of catch from Trash Talk, but not certain. But certainly, Trash Talk have got a good chance of getting themselves second place with this top finish here, if they've got a few kills to go with that as well. Certainly, if they can take the victory, I think they could get themselves into first, maybe into second. Maybe first is out of reach. Not quite sure. They've got 4 kills, so there wasn't too much in it at the top. It's certainly going to be interesting to see. But I think it's going to be between Trash Talk and Team Kazakhstan really here. But, well, I mean, don't write off 10k Days and She Created. They've had some good games today.
Yeah, 100%. And they're on 6 kills here. With a dub, they can really quiet that leaderboard. I don't know where they was coming into this game, but Trash Talk are getting a bit of a rough time here. The utility is being thrown over. Util in the way of stuns, grenades, and Molotovs. It's all stuff you don't want coming towards you, especially those pesky stuns. Can't ADS, and it could be a game changer if that's what comes at you just before the push, as they're just having a jockey for position here.
She Created and 10k Days looked like they decided to throw everything they've got pretty much there. She Created just bugging out after taking some shots and just trying to lure them back over this ridge maybe and find an angle. They're quite nicely spread here. A nice revive that She Created really got on 10,000 Days there after getting caught in the back earlier. So does give us a nice little 2v2 situation. I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing Team Kazakhstan push a little bit more here and maybe try and third party this. It looks like they've decided to maybe just try and control the zone a little bit or let these teams weaken each other before they engage. But I guess they're seeing the big 400 points you get for first place, but I would have thought they'd be trying to third party this.
I think they're just playing it slow. I mean, if a knock happens, they move instantly. That's how they're playing this fight. It's one of those Mexican. Is it a Mexican standoff? Everyone's got a gun to each of his head, but nobody really wants to pull the first trigger. It's one of those situations, unfortunately. So if a knock happens, watch them just instantly roll over to flush that fight out.
Yeah, they certainly have the knowledge of where everyone is, and I think we're going to see some knocks now. There we go. That is Babimba taken down by She Created. Was right down on the edge of the zone, but he pops up and lands some great hits. Does get the flush with the molly as well. And yeah, keep an eye on Team Kazakhstan. That gives 7 kills to these guys. They were down in, I think, about 7th place, something like that for 10,000 Days and She Created. So they're definitely going to pull themselves up this leaderboard with the performance they've had this game. It's, I think, probably their strongest one we've seen today, but now is the time to move in. They know there's a 2v1 going on down here. They've got complete control of the zone, and yeah, going to be Team Kazakhstan's to lose, really, I think, in this situation.
Yeah, they've got 11 kills. They're pretty much just flexing at the moment. If they have any care in the world for the leaderboard, I think they know this one's pretty much theirs. But it's not always easy to keep up with the kill feed when you're in game. It's a lot easier when you're casting, spectating. But Beerbank, he'll be trying to try and get second place overall in the leaderboard. As now Team Kazakhstan, look at this. Hobbits just destroys 10k days, and she created health bar, but look who's on the back. Beerbank sensing blood in the water, and we'll say that's the point for me. I'll go down in second. Game over. Team Kazakhstan win 3 games in this tournament. The last one being the best of all with 13 kills.
Yeah, big 13 kill win. I think Beerbank just stole one of those kills at the end to get the extra points, but certainly I think a 13 kill dub and their third win of the day has got to be enough to take home the victory overall. But certainly seeing second and third place is going to get mixed up, I think, in this game. That was a tight finish with a lot of the top finishing teams staying late into that game. So Hobbits and Mamino taking the dub there. Beerbank and Babimba in second. She created and 10k days in third. Then Shiv and Sensoria, Brait and Chin, Sado and Onu, Romchek, and then Falbala making up the top 8 placements in the final game of the day.
Yeah, it was a great game. Pretty predictable at the very end with the Mexican standoff. But tell you, I can't remember the name of the team, but Romchek and Hawkey keeping it honest all the way until the end. Unfortunately, they dropped out in 7th. They just couldn't hold on. They was looking for the gatekeep onto Team Kazakhstan. I respect it because they didn't go, we'll take third, maybe second. They went for the whole kit and caboodle. Unfortunately, they just couldn't get it done. Brait was a thorn in the side, a snake in the grass, and he's taken them down.
Yeah, absolutely. Some great aggression from a lot of the players there. We saw people just sending it and getting involved. And really good entertainment over those 2 games. The HUDless mode that was complete anarchy, both from a player perspective and I think a spectating perspective as well. And then the final mode, the PGIS esports mode, to round off the day. So really nice mix of games today. As we said earlier on, some of the game modes today were suggested by different PUBG partners. So let me just pull up the game mode so we can just shout them out again. We had Ilsner suggesting the Western mode for game 1. We had Viking Princess suggesting Panzermania. Pro Dubai suggesting the car battle round Vikendi. And Bly, who suggested the hardcore mode on Erangel. PGIS mode was just, PGIS, because that's kind of a big thing now. I don't know if you might have seen it knocking about.
Here and there. Favorite player of the day for you, Ben?
I Benjoy all day. I was about to say Mamino, but Benjoy really had it for me. And I mean, it was kind of cool to see Purdy Curdy playing as well, because those guys are just, as well as having a bad ping playing from South Korea, everyone over at PGIS has kind of a lot going on right now. So to just take the time out to come and play in a fun community event like this on like one of their few days off, I think is awesome to see. So big shout out to any of the PGIS and the casters as well, like Avenger and those guys, also been very busy schedules. So great to see them involved.
Yeah, it's great to see the game's best talent even competing in community events, especially, like you say, PGI. It's the biggest tournament of the year for them. So hopefully he'll get his head down and rest. He won't think too much about this tournament. Didn't win it, but I feel like Benjoy, for me, some of my favorite players in this tournament. He's always up to no good. But she created, I think, for me, stood out from the crowd. Some great players, especially in the Panzer game with the Deagle. Great skills there, just on his own, just making things work.
Yeah, I think 10 kill games she got in that game. So yeah, definitely I think the biggest solo performance we saw was that one coming in. So yeah, definitely massive performance from She Created there. Just want to say a big thank you while we wait for the leaderboard to update. We should have that just in a minute or two so we can give you the winners. Let me make sure I mute that so we don't have weird sounds going on in the background. So yeah, just before we have the leaderboard update, just big thank you to everyone from PUBG for organizing this. Big shout out to Ansvar for the observing today. And a big thank you to all of the PUBG partners who have been involved with the tournament today. It's great to see so many people coming along and supporting the PUBG Throwdown for the 4th birthday anniversary bash. And also thanks Gargod for joining me on the casting desk today.
My pleasure. It was great fun. Hopefully I didn't let you down. But
I'm
no, it
badly
was
let down.
badly let down. It's just like all of our games when we play duos. No, it was great fun. Some great games, great game modes, and I feel like a standout mode was probably the hardcore mode for us because it was definitely hardcore for us and Ansvar as well. So I feel like we did a good job on that one.
Yeah, absolutely an experience I won't forget. If you want to check out Gargod's channel, his Twitch link is down below. You can see mine down below. If you want to see some console scrubs playing PUBG anytime, we do now have the updated leaderboard. So we'll show you who has won the event and we can run down all of the points over there for you. As expected, Team Kazakhstan comes out on top, 2,180 points. So they ended up with a good 400-point buffer over Entropic there because that huge display giving Mamino and Hobbits the victory there. 30 kills, 840 kill points, 1,300 placement points, 3 wins they got today. So pretty decisive victory. Entropic actually grabbed second in the end. They stayed in that second place, and Trash Talk, look at that. They were just 40 points behind taking the second place off Entropic. But a great top 3 from Team Kazakhstan, from Entropic, which is Hawkey and Romchek, and Trash Talk, which is Beerbank and Sign. So GG's to all of those players there.
Yeah, big GG's. Entropic just holding on to that number 2 spot. If Trash Talk had somehow 1v2 Team Kazakhstan, it was a lot to ask for, especially with how they've been playing. But unfortunately, can't get it done. But third place, still prizing. And I'm sure they had a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll just run down the whole leaderboard so you can see where all your favorite streamers finished, all the way down to 40th place. But yeah, big congratulations to Team Kazakhstan, Entropic, and Trash Talk taking the victory there. That is going to be everything for today. That is the PUBG Partner Throwdown 4th Anniversary Bash. It's been a pleasure to be here bringing it to you. Once again, big thank you to everyone at PUBG, to Ansvar, to all the crew organising it, to all the players playing, and thanks for hanging out and watching. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you managed to get some glasses. I know quite a few people did. There might be a few people who missed out, but I think quite a few glasses have been given away today. So yeah, thanks for joining me, Gar. I've been Ben. Here's been Gargod, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Take it easy, everybody. Thanks for watching.